Good morning, pop culture. We are live at 7:45 a.m. on July 12th of 2018. And man, we got some shit to talk about today. So, good morning to everyone. Good morning to everyone in the chat already. And good morning to everyone that's going to listen to this later. It's been an interesting day to say the least, because our good friend, I'm using friend in quotation marks, Kevin Smith is trying to make himself famous once again. But we'll talk about that in just a moment. So while everyone rolls in, hello. Enjoying my first home-brewed coffee on a Keurig today. Yeah, I got one of those machines. I've had it for a while, and I didn't realize that the K-Cups expired. So this coffee tastes like shit, but that's okay. I'm still excited to be here this morning. Thank you, Lime Green Hulk. I'm doing well. Good morning, Jeff, the Iron Wolf. Don't worry, fuck you, life. We'll answer that question later. It's all a bunch of simple tricks and nonsense, according to how Kevin Smith talks. Oh, shit. So, that was a Superman figure landing in my cup of coffee. No, Luke is dead. I'm glad you subscribed, fuck you, life. Believe me, your name will stand out. One, it's in capitals, and two, it's pretty damn funny. Hello to PJ Santillo. Yes, Kevin Smith is a big fat phony. David, I don't know if you ruined Dion's night. We were watching a commentary for The Man with the Golden Gun. That ruined all of our nights. So if you're a patron, expect that to hit Patreon today. We're back on our 007 commentary kick. And when we get to it, since we're a month behind, we're going to do a dose of Dalton. I can't ever say that right. I want to say dulcimer, like the damn instrument. But no, that's not the case. We're going to get a 007 dose of Dalton. I didn't, but I can. Gavin Smith. There, I said it. Ah, the RoboCop remake. Yeah, well, if you listen to that commentary on Patreon, you got to hear Dion and I go on for about 5 minutes. We talk about Chappie versus RoboCop. So be prepared for tonight, folks. We're going to talk about that at great lengths. And we're also going to finally talk about Ant-Man and the Wasp. I'm going to go see that as soon as Good Morning Pop Culture is over. My ticket's for about 3 hours from now. So I'm going to go do that and then get a few other things worked on and then be live tonight for World Class Bullshitters. Yes, Kevin Smith is the king of the shows, but Jay and Silent Bob were awesome. I have the little Jay and Silent Bob mini-mates. I have all the movies on DVD, some on Blu-ray. I've been to the Quick Stop. I've been to the Secret Stash. I really do like Kevin Smith's work from the View Askewniverse. But the shit he does nowadays kind of pisses me off. Thank you, Von Doofus. I agree with your statement. They're waiting for my reply about Midnight's Edge. Well, I must check my email and get back with them today because I'll see if I can get them on sooner than later. That Andre guy reached out to me, and I definitely want to have a discussion with him because that could be a lot of fun. Like I said, I watched their videos hardcore back in the summer of 2016 when they were talking about Ghostbusters. I thought they had the best Ghostbusters coverage and the best Sony email leak coverage. So from a personal standpoint, I can't wait to have a discussion with those guys about that kind of stuff. Nick Fury is going to be in Spider-Man Far From Home. Ugh. God, I'll get into some Spider-Man stuff soon. I heard there's going to be a Black J. Jonah Jameson, and no, thank you. No. Good morning to Midnight Spares. We are so close to our 200 viewer mark. We're at 191. As soon as we get to that 200, we're going to start talking about this article from Esquire.com. All right, we're at 197. Come on, folks. Oh, we went down to 196. Somebody couldn't wait. We're almost there. Come on, Schwartz. Come on, Schwartz. There we go. We crossed that 200 mark. So here we go, folks. Let's get in, excuse me, to today's main feature. Star Wars fans have a theory for how Han Solo could return from the dead in Episode 9, inspired by none other than Kevin Smith. This comes from Esquire, written by Matt Miller. Before we get into this, I'm not going to say this is a good idea or even say anything that's likely to happen, but it's entirely possible for Han Solo to return in Star Wars Episode 9. Speculation about the possible resurrection of Solo began this week when celebrity Star Wars fan Kevin Smith tweeted about the news that Billy D. Williams is going to reprise his role as Lando Calrissian. And this comes from Kevin Smith's tweet. If due to time travel or the Force, there's a plot development that allows Lando to repeat his Empire Strikes Back line, there's still a chance to save Han and get us back to that fateful bridge on Starkiller Base. Then I'll kiss JJ on the mouth. I'll French him. I think that reason alone is why JJ's not going to do it, Kevin. Some fans took his Star Wars fantasy seriously and began debating the likelihood of Han returning in Episode 9. The odds this will actually happen are, well, not good. But as Nerdist points out, Star Wars canon makes it theoretically possible for time travel to save Han. This is thanks to the Starkiller Base, the Death Star 2.0 space station where Solo died in The Force Awakens. Though it's not explained in Episode 7, the Starkiller Base is powered by a mysterious technology that could make for a little bit of time travel, as writer Donna Dickens explains. And I'm not going to read it. Do you give a shit? As we've learned from Star Wars, simply seeing someone fall off a pit and cut in half doesn't mean they're dead. Just look at Boba Fett, Darth Maul, etc. Also, assuming Han fell into the bowels of the Starkiller Base where did his body end up? Again, I'm not saying this could happen or should happen, but it's something to think about for the next year and a half. No, it's not. This is not anything to think about for any period of time longer than this episode of Good Morning Pop Culture, because this is bullshit. I love Han Solo. He's my favorite Star Wars character. Do I wish he was still around? Yeah. Do I want him to come back from the grave? No. This is stupid. I know Kevin Smith's out in Hollywood high as shit right now. Well, he's probably asleep. It's, 4 in the morning there, going on 5. So his ass is asleep. But when he's awake and he hits the bong or whatever he smokes it out of, he's going to get high, eat whatever his wife cooks him, and he's going to say, man, I got some more ideas for Star Wars. And he's going to get on his Twitter, and he's going to say some stupid shit, and people are going to take it as law. I think it goes to show you how desperate the fans are to get something quality out of that. Now, I'll admit, when I read that, it would be cool if they did time travel in Episode 9 to save Han and Luke, but they had to do it at the cost of Leia. That could be interesting. And then you could have Han and Luke at the end. This all just sounds stupid. Fuck it. God damn it. Oh, Jesus. Now, I can't believe... Here's the thing. If he's taking the piss or not, the fact that the Esquire website is reporting this is dumb. Han Solo has died. Not only did he fall into the bowels of Starkiller Base, the fucking thing exploded. Like, his body doesn't exist anymore. Along with his cool blaster pistol, there's nothing left of Han Solo. Maybe there's some hair. Maybe a hair survived, because Harrison Ford's like 98 years old and still has a full head of hair, so good for him. Other than that, though, this is just a stupid, stupid theory, and I always like fun on this channel, but I'm not even going to humor this. Let's see. This comes from the River Chris 2790. Thank you for your super chat and good morning. Filoni used time travel to save his waifu because he'd written himself into a corner. Time travel is a tool used by the lazy writers to fix story problems. Yeah. Especially in Star Wars, a film franchise that's never relied on it before. I know it's on the TV show, but the TV shows are a different beast altogether. Not a different universe, not a different timeline, just a different beast in terms of it's a kid's show. And they're going to be able to get away with certain things that the long-term fans aren't going to pay attention to. Like, I consider myself a very hardcore Star Wars fan, but I don't watch Rebels. I don't have cable, and I don't have time to watch those stupid shows. I need my movie-going experience to blow me away, and that's it. But I might check out more of that Dave Filoni stuff just because everyone suggests that he, take over for Lucasfilm and do all these things, and then maybe I need a little more Dave Filoni knowledge before I can make an accurate opinion on it. But thank you. Logan Michael, thank you very much for your super chat. Time travel should not exist in Star Wars. I agree. Star Wars should not have time travel. Now, to jump back to the Revakists 2790 super chat, the only time that I like time travel in a film is Back to the Future because it really works well. It's what the movie's about. Star Trek 4, the one where they come to Earth and save the whales, that used time travel. That was different. I don't know. I got to rewatch that one. My memory tells me I really liked it. My body tells me I may feel differently if I watch it again. Cesario Japan, twist. It's actually Jack Ryan that appears in Star Wars. Why can't it be Han Solo too, guys? You ever see Beer Fest? Remember when their friend Landfill dies? He dies in that vat of beer, and his brother Tex comes in, and he's like, well, if you could just call me Landfill. My brother's told me so much about you. That'd be funny if Harrison Ford comes back. He's like, oh, my name's John Solo. Yeah, my brother Han died a couple years ago, actually last week, on the Starkiller base. But I'm here now, and I speak Wookiee, and we're all fine now. Thank you. How are you? And then there you go. Harrison Ford's back. I'd laugh my ass off about that. Seeing a lot of Star Trek 4 love. Okay, so then maybe I am remembering it well. Got to understand, back in the summer of 2011, 2012, when I would hang out with Joel all the time, we would get together, we'd get comic books, Chipotle, and then he'd buy a movie at Best Buy, which was right next to Chipotle, and we'd watch it. He's like, you never seen Star Trek 4? And I said, no. So he bought it, and we watched a couple of them on Blu-ray. So, Joel, this one's for you. I doubt Han Solo coming back is legal or going to happen. What if Han Solo is a clone? And now that's pod racing. All shitty jokes aside, I love Harrison Ford. He's my favorite actor, but man, he didn't either need to go out like that or just didn't need to come back at all. Have him die in like off screen or something. That would have been better. Logan Michael, Mego is coming back at Target. Ooh. If they're going to remake those Mego superhero figures with the cloth suits, I'm going to buy all of them. Just saying. Just regarding Han. That's awesome. J.J. Abrams coming back full circle. Regarding Henry, regarding Han, there we go. He can fuck up both Harrison Ford movies. No, but Kevin Smith is an example of a bigger problem, fan theories. Because fan theories really fuel expectations to a degree. Now, for me personally, my fan theories about Episode 8 were non-existent. I hated what I saw in Episode 7, so I didn't even consider fan theories. My expectations weren't subverted so much as that my fan theories didn't come true. I just expected a competently made film that was original. But I got The Last Jedi, which is essentially the poor man's Empire Strikes Back. Like, government cheese. If the Empire Strikes Back is a nice Gruyere cheese, it's like $24 a pound. The Last Jedi is government cheese that's given to the poorest of the poor for free for sustenance. If that's all you can afford, well, okay. But every once in a while, that Gruyere will go on sale and everyone can afford it. There's going to be a time where people don't even watch The Last Jedi. It'll be one of those TV movies. Like, anybody here not have cable? I didn't grow up with cable for a couple years. So on Sundays, our local channel would just show movies randomly. So every once in a while, they'd show like a good movie. So you wanted an Eddie Murphy movie, they may show like, I don't know, Coming to America, and it was heavily censored. But then they would show you like, oh, then up next is a Stallone movie, and it's like Stop or My Mom Will Shoot or something. It's just like such a drop off. Eventually, they'll show like one good movie on cable in the afternoon or basic TV, and then it's like, oh, next is Star Wars, The Last Jedi, and then everyone turns off their channel. Thank you, Von Doofus. The High Recluse Arc Grimaldus. Clone Wars was good. Rebels was a hot pile of garbage. From Aladdin in space to time travel to save Ahsoka. Remember, they killed the EU and good video games for this. I will not forget that they killed the EU and video games for this. I know I'm going to get some hate. The thing that pisses me off more is the fact that the video games were altered and tarnished because of this stuff. I didn't want the EU to go away. I enjoyed being able to go to the toy store and seeing those EU packs, the comic packs, just random Star Wars figures that people were going nuts for. That's how you can keep the brand alive. And then you got those people that are curious about who these characters are, so they pick up a book, they get invested, they become fans of said characters, fans of said book series. For me personally, it was just more Star Wars. And how I would always do it is I would wait until the next new Han Solo or whatever would come out so I could upgrade my collection periodically. That's kind of how they could keep me strung along forever. It's like every couple years they release the same suit with new innovation in engineering, and I come back and I buy it. Now, I agree that the Clone Wars was good. I liked the Clone Wars a lot. I would actually go back and rewatch the Clone Wars maybe we'll do some live streams of the Clone Wars. That'd be a fun watch. I know people want EU all the time, and while I'm waiting for somebody to contact me with some information, because like I said earlier in the week, I'd love to have a roundtable discussion of people who are well-versed in the EU, as well as Dion, because Dion's read a lot of those books, and basically give you guys a discussion talking about the EU, where it was. I'll learn about the EU, and so the people that don't know about it, and then we'll come back and discuss how it's so much better than where we are currently with episodes 7, 8, and soon to be 9. So, but man, I'm going to keep skipping out on Rebels. Maybe the more I hear it, it sounds like Dave Filoni had some good stuff and some bad stuff. So we'll never know. But hi, Reclusiarch Grimaldus, thank you very much. And I really wish that Star Wars 1313 didn't get the boot. That could have been the coolest game. I don't dislike Battlefront 2 because you have a female lead. I dislike Battlefront 2 because of all the online controversy with the loot crates and shit. But also, I don't really like first-person shooter Star Wars. I want a third-person action Star Wars game, like Gears of War. That would be my that'd be my favorite idea for a Star Wars game. You can even play as a fleet of stormtroopers or whatever. Just Gears of War third-person style. People are talking about where they put the EU, stuff like that. Bomino, you read most of the books? Well, then you email us, worldclassbs@mail.com, thebestmail.com. Lime Green Hulk, The Last Jedi stream. Thanks for bringing this up. Folks, this Friday night, tomorrow, Friday the 13th, 2018, myself, Ethan Van Sciver, Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, and Ivan Ortega will all be together to watch The Last Jedi here on a live stream, and we're going to rip it apart. We're going to degrade the film. We're going to embarrass Rian Johnson, but we need your help. We need all your views, all those likes clicked so we can get on the front page of YouTube and we can get a bunch of people to hear how shitty The Last Jedi is. So together we can make that happen. You can watch the movie with us. You don't have to watch the movie with us, but just make sure you're here on the stream, and let's make this a community thing. Jeff the Iron Wolf, thank you very much for your super chat. I am well versed. I'm down. Well then, Jeff the Iron Wolf, you know how to contact us. worldclassbs@mail.com, thebestmail.com. And we can make that happen. I don't know exactly when this is going to happen, guys. The next 2 or so weeks are pretty much full up, but it will be at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on World Class Bullshitters. I asked Doomcock. Doomcock has to work. He's taken over the world, but Doomcock will be back on here to discuss anything with me. We're going to have a sit-down discussion, a one-on-one series, if you will, very soon. So I'm going to have Doomcock. I'll try to get Cecil involved if he's sober and not dead. That'd be fun, too. Maybe a drunk, hungover Cecil would be a great discussion. You guys could ask him fucked up questions, and we'll see how he answers. We are Netflixing that garbage, guys. That is definitely what we're going to do. It's going to be Netflix, and then I'm going to talk about how Netflix is getting rid of their viewing or rating system, and talk about how IMDb did so as well. It's going to be. I'm a little backlogged right now with some real life stuff. Nothing bad, just stuff. And then, but I got a couple of videos I can't wait to talk to you guys about. I'll ask Mahler if he wants to join, but remember, Mahler's in the UK, which is 5 hours ahead. So that'd be, 3 in the morning for Mahler? Or 2 in the morning for Mahler. That's kind of a hard sell unless he's not doing anything on Saturday. And Saturday, I can't do it because I'm going to a theme park called Kings Island for my mom's company picnic. So if you're in the Midwest or you've ever heard of Kings Island, press F if you know what Kings Island is. It's fun. Kind of. All right. Yeah, I clicked the thumbs down. You know what's funny is Netflix suggests a lot of shit I don't want to watch. And at first, I almost felt guilty clicking on thumbs down because I'm like, what if Netflix thinks I'm a racist or a sexist or whatever? And I thought, it's fucking Netflix. Who gives a shit? I pay for the service. I can watch what I want to watch and don't watch what I don't want to watch. So, all right. So a lot of people know Kings Island. Yeah, Cedar Point may be better, but I only live, 20 minutes away from Kings Island. Cedar Point, we're talking a 4 or 5 hour car ride each way. So that's why I've never been to Cedar Point. My aunt used to take me to Kings Island every couple weeks. It was a lot of fun. I have a really good aunt, Aunt Pat. She is the best. Poor man's Cedar Point. I wouldn't say it's poor man's Cedar Point. I would say that at one point in time, Kings Island kicked the shit out of a ton of different parks, but I don't know if Cedar Point was one of them. All right, well, it's time to make me some more coffee on this Keurig, this machine from heaven. I love this thing. Yeah, Netflix should cater to you. The thing is, it's a streaming service that uses an algorithm to determine what we want to watch. I don't want to watch Zumba's only desserts, or that cooking show where they get high, or I don't want to watch Divergent 17 or some shit like that. I don't think it's bad to sit and thumbs down stuff. I liked it better when it had a different the star rating system, because I guess it was more accurate that way. I guess we can thank Amy Schumer for that, maybe. I know you can search on Netflix, but it's not as good as other things. All right. So back to this Han Solo thing, though. It's a fan theory, and like I was getting on before I got off on a tangent. Fan theories can fuel expectations, which ruin the movie for everyone. Now, if The Last Jedi was truly this great masterpiece, and the fans were just upset because what they didn't want to happen, or that what they wanted to happen didn't, then I could see the critique of some of these people. But that movie is just a fail on like 47 different levels. So their arguments really don't hold up. I'm just fed up with the excuses and the deflection. Now, fan theories can ruin other things like James Bond movies and Marvel movies and shit like that. Like the fan theory, this is a fan theory that went out of its way to be annoying. Iron Man 2, that little kid in the Iron Man mask was Peter Parker all along. No. I hate fan theories like this. Like, stop trying to tie every goddamn thing together. I wish, if you're such a big fan of these movies, why don't you understand that Iron Man 2 came out when the rights were still at Sony? It clearly wasn't Spider-Man. Stop living in a fucking fantasy. Sorry, that was a little harsh. Moreth D. Alien, thank you very much for your super chat. Hello, listening to Good Morning Pop Culture Show on my way to work. Got an hour drive to get there. I hope the drive goes smoothly, and you enjoy your work, and you have a good day. When you come home tonight, listen to us again. But I'm glad you guys are spending your mornings with me talking about pop culture. I like spending my mornings talking about pop culture with you. But Morith, I hope your day goes smoothly. It's Thursday. We're almost to the weekend, which is the best part of the week. You can sleep in. You can do whatever you want. And, this is like that final barrier day. I remember as a kid, I used to love Thursdays because the teachers kind of were like lazy on Fridays. They're like, whatever. You guys just do what you got to do, and then we'll get through the week. College, Thursdays were the best because I mostly took classes Monday through Thursday. By the time I got to the end of my college run, I only went to school Tuesdays and Thursdays. I had Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays off. College was a breeze at the end. So, did well. Midnight Cherry TV. Friday show feels like a blind date with Destiny. Is that another Mystery Men reference? I'm sorry, you're too good for me now. You're too good for me if I can't even catch on that one, little baby bowler. Now you got me wanting to watch Mystery Men. Maybe we'll make 2019 the year of Mystery Men, where we'll talk about how great and impactful the film was for 5 minutes, and then we'll go talk about something else. It's funny, Midnight Cherry TV. Every time you bring up Mystery Men, I think of the two other movies that I got alongside Mystery Men on tape. I got Dogma, Mystery Men, and Bowfinger. Those are the three movies. And so anytime I think of one of them, I kind of think of all three of those, because 99 was kind of the turning point where I don't think I ever watched another movie targeted at kids again, either on video or in theaters. Like the last Disney movie I saw in theaters was Mulan. No, I saw Toy Story 2. That's Pixar. I always consider this slightly different. That's neither here nor there. But thank you, Midnight Cherry TV. Logan Michael, thank you again. The Stranger Things fandom is kind of weird. The Stranger Things fandom is interesting. I agree that it's kind of weird, but you got it on two different fronts, maybe even three, if you will. The first front is that 80s nostalgia kick, which I get. I wasn't alive for the era that the show takes place in, but I liked the entertainment from that era, so I get that appeal. Then there's the weird fandom where they talk about Steve being Dustin's dad or whatever and all that shit, where these people just buy too much into it. Like the hashtag movement. Like, that's cool that, you want to start a hashtag, but your hashtag doesn't determine an entire television series. And then you got the people that are into it because of the story of Stranger Things itself. And I'm fine with all of those people. I don't interact with them. A lot of the Stranger Things fans that I interact with are just older white people that liked E.T. and the Goonies and shit like that. So, and Stephen King flicks. But I am very thankful that Stranger Things exists. I do like this 80s renaissance in terms of the return to stuff, because people clamoring for shit from the 80s or shit about the 80s in turn makes new pieces of merchandise based off shit I like from the 80s. So this new 80s resurgence has allowed stuff like the Beverly Hills Cop score to get released, or Miami Vice on Blu-ray, or stuff like that. So I'm all for that. That's why I don't ever shit on Indiana Jones 4 existing as much as it's just a bad movie, because thanks to Indiana Jones 4 coming out, I got a deluge of toys. Like when I was a kid, my number one toy was I want an Indiana Jones figure. Well, in 2008, I got about 20 of them. So I hate the movie, but I'm glad it got made strictly for the merchandise. I like Midnight Spares, hashtag pop culture and coffee. I'm going to start using that. Cesario, Japan. Shipping characters is far worse than fan theory. RWBY, fandom pretty much dictates everyone is gay for each other, even siblings and inanimate objects. Yeah. I don't like the whole trying to get people together type of thing. The worst is Cap and Bucky. They're not gay for each other or any other dudes. The thing that I hate most about these fan theories are the ones that are clearly debunked if you watch the property one time. It's so obvious. Like I guess the comprehension thing is what pisses me off the most. It's like, how do you people not see this? And yeah, I said you people, the people making up these garbage theories. Like, how can you not see that your little fantasy worlds that you're living in are horseshit? I mean, I want everyone to have fun, but come on, guys. There's within reason. Like, no, it can't happen. Let's stop talking about it. We're just wasting time now. That's as stupid as saying, oh, Han Solo is actually secretly alive. If Han Solo comes back in episode 9, I'll eat a hat. Just flat out. You guys tell me what kind of hat to eat. I'll buy one. I'll buy a fucking fedora and I'll eat it on camera. I don't know how I'll eat it on camera. Maybe I'll marinate it and grill it, but I'll eat that goddamn hat if he comes back. Hold me to it. Danthrax24, I'm glad you can you love Mystery Men and can quote the whole movie too. You and Midnight Cherry TV need to become best buddies. Gavin Kerr, thank you very much for your super chat. Remake Star Wars Battlefront 2 2005. It was the best. There's on the Xbox One X, you can upscale original Xbox games, and I've seen footage of the upscale of Battlefront 2. It looks pretty good. Now, was Battlefront 2 online? I don't really remember. 05, I had broadband internet, but I didn't do any online gaming until I got the Xbox 360 at the end of 2006. So I don't know if the servers are up for it, but I know there's a way to play the original in, upscaled to 4K or 1080p or whatever they do with the original Xbox. And you have that for now. Now, a full-on remake would be awesome. And don't put any of the fucking prequel shit in there, or the sequel shit in there. Like, at first I liked the Stormtroopers from Episode 7's design when I saw the helmets, but then I saw them in the movie, and I just didn't. They look so pudgy and like weak, and their arms are too short and shit. I know they get to do cool, in quotation mark, stuff, but I still hate it. I still hate them. I'll take the original Stormtrooper design. It's not even on a nostalgia thing, just on a basic aesthetic appearance. I think those are better designed suits. Everything from the originals are designed better than the stuff from the new movies. So much, in fact, that they have to go back and reuse everything from it. Buy a Porg hat. Eat a bowler. I'll eat Odd Jobs bowler. I get that joke. I don't know if I want to eat Jeremy's hat because Jeremy wears it. I don't really want to eat like sweaty Jeremy hat, so I can't promise anything. But if he does show up, I'll get a new hat and eat that one. But you guys can pick the style. It's Stetson, 10-gallon. I have an Indiana Jones hat, but I don't want to eat that because I really enjoy it. That was a gift from my grandma. She's like, honey, I want to buy you something as a gift. I'm like, okay, grandma. So she was in this damn store called Steinmart, and I don't know why she wanted to buy me stuff, but I said, how about this hat? She goes, okay. So she bought me this Indiana Jones fedora, and it was awesome. Can I cook the hat at least? Yeah, I'm gonna grill it up. I'm gonna marinate it and grill it up. The ghost with the most, welcome back. Good morning. If they do this with Han, eat one of those felt flat caps. Okay. Like I said, guys, I'll put out a thing on Twitter and you can vote on the hat that Jeff eats. Hashtag Jeff eats a hat. And I'll cook it any way you guys want to. Like, we'll have 2 separate polls. What type of hat and how does he cook it? And if I got to get a deep fryer to do it, I'll do it. That's the one thing that's awesome about this damn channel is, like, if you guys want something to happen, we can make it happen. Once I go on camera, we'll do a lot more stuff like that. And don't worry, as soon as I get this damn office cleaned up, that's when I'm going on camera. Yeah, Jeremy's hat is marinated with the stinkiness that is episode 7 fandom. Oh, Shia LaBeouf is not wearing Indiana Jones's hat. Remember, he went to put it on and Indy came back and took it. The sauce I'll use, should I keep it local and do Montgomery and barbecue sauce? If you're a Cincinnati native, you know what that is. Or do I do something more exotic? Logan Michael, eat a cowboy hat. There's more to eat. Thank you for your super chat, Logan Michael. Sure. Can we do like a 72-ounce steak? Can we put a 72-ounce steak inside of one of those giant cowboy hats? I'll definitely do that. Cesario Japan, you might win. Make it through 5 layers of Carmen Miranda's fruit hat. That just sounds delicious. I could always go for some fiber and potassium in the morning. Lime Green Hulk, you're going to eat Phil's foot. If he comes back, cool. Well, I can keep that in the fridge for you with like somebody's wedding cake and Phil's foot. Oh my God, people are going to, Skyline Chili, God. Oh God, you guys make me laugh so much. Yeah, but press F if you want me to move on to our next topic this morning. Oh, wait, hold on, Generic Edgelord, thank you very much. What if they make it so that Solo can now suddenly use the Force and simply Force project himself before Kylo, and he dies again on Episode 9? What will I do if that happens? I almost said I'm going to jump out into traffic, but I'm not, because that's just so dumb. Why would I want to kill myself over fucking Star Wars? If that happens in the movie, I'll just throw my Coke at the screen and yell and tell somebody to clean it up. Like, this is bullshit. I'll just become a really belligerent, mean guy in the theater. I'll try to ruin it for everybody. Generic Edgelord, please don't say those types of things to me this early in the morning. I'm trying to stay really mellow. I got a Keurig and coffee. I'm having a good morning. I didn't have to leave the house to get this shit for once. Everything's good, man. And then I got that damn message from you. So, a Force-powered Han Solo. I don't know. I may suffocate in my sleep or something from that stupidity. But thank you, Generic Edgelord. I appreciate it. Layden Swallow 09. Listening to you this morning while waiting at the shop to get my semi-trailer fixed. Found you guys last month. Keep making me moist. Well, thank you, Layden Swallow 09. I appreciate your super chat. It seems like we got a lot of truckers that listen to this show, which is cool. Like I said on yesterday's show, I was closely related to someone who was a truck driver back in the 90s, so I went all over the country summer of 98 and maybe 97. I don't really remember if it was both summers, but there was one summer where I went and we hit all the states. One summer we went to California. I think it was the same year. We went to California. We did everything. It was pretty cool. I don't know if you're long, over the road like we were, or with my friend who's a local truck driver, but no. Stay safe and enjoy your day. American Trent 421. Morning. Best Bond theme, please. Let Han rest in peace, Lucasfilm Limited. Well, American Trent, it's weird that you bring up Bond because you're going to get the Mount the Golden Gun commentary later today on Patreon. We already recorded it. Best one, I'm going to go with A View to a Kill or Skyfall, or maybe my name from Casino Royale. Of those three, those are hard to pick between. I love all three of those songs almost equally. Oh, man, A View to a Kill is such a badass song. It's the only Bond song to reach #1 on the charts. But then Skyfall was great too. I know this is a stupid quantifier, but I was at Taco Bell once and they were playing Skyfall. So I was like, if you can hear a Bond song at Taco Bell, it's pretty legit. And I like Live and Let Die. It's a fine song. But I'll go with, if I have to pick one off the top of my head, gun to my head, I'll just go View to a Kill. That's a great song. And yeah, Trent, they need to let him die. Just, jeez, I wish he wouldn't have died in the first place, but whatever. He's gone. Let's see. Hi, Recluse Eric Grimaldus. Thank you very much. Hey, Jeff, if you're looking for a 40K book, check out Hell's Reach by Aaron Dembski Bowden. My name comes from the main character of the book. He's Vader without force powers and better, in my opinion. Well, hold on, folks. Let me write that down. Hell's Reach book. Well, now I will Google that later on. I have a little stack of books I'm trying to read right now. Like I said, Ray Bradbury. I got The Illustrated Man. I'm going to do a couple more of those. And then I bought a book from Arnold Schwarzenegger on the Encyclopedia of Bodybuilding. So taking that stuff to the next level. But there's going to be a time where I need to read some more fiction. So Hell's Reach is now written down on my calendar right over the September mini calendar part. And I will check it out. And when I do, you'll be the first person to know, and I'll tell you how I think they compare to Darth Vader. That will be a lot of fun, actually. See, that's one thing I do love about this channel, is in many ways it's like writing college papers again, and for some that's boring, but I liked that stuff. So when I write a video, it's like writing a college paper every day, and then I get to do the research. But this is what makes it better, is when we get to have the discussions, the performance part. If I just wrote these and put them on a blog, that would be boring as shit. The production and the interaction and the feedback is all the best part of it. So, I don't know, maybe college would be a lot more fun if you got to do it live. But thank you for your very generous super chat. And like I said, I have it written down right here, and I will check it out. A lot of people checking out or talking about their favorite Bond song. I saw View to a Kill Love. That's awesome. Trent, I'm glad you like the Arnold book too. Alpha Terra Nemo. There we go. Deep fry the whole cowboy hat and fill it with chili. Ew. Do I get to pick the chili, or does it have to be Skyline chili? Because I don't like Skyline chili. I'll eat the deep fry. Can I batter the hat? Okay, fine. I'll do that if I can batter the hat in funnel cake batter, no powdered sugar, and then chili. Blue ash chili. There we go. If you guys don't know what blue ash chili is, if you're ever in the area, let's go. We'll have lunch. But no, Alpha Terra Nemo, I will definitely deep fry that damn hat. But this is all upon Han Solo returning in episode 9, folks. This isn't a guarantee. This is a maybe. So, like, if I'm in the theater next December, and the bullshitters will all be with me because we get together for the Star Wars movies, we're all in that theater together, and Han Solo pops up, I'm just going to be looking at him knowing, like, I got to eat a fucking hat. Oh, man. Jeff getting swole. Yeah, I'm working on it hardcore. I do like going to the gym, but you guys don't want to hear my gym chronicle stories unless it's about, well, the MILF that runs the gym, but we'll talk about her later at night. That's good coffee. Yeah, I wouldn't hate if episode 9 killed every character either. None of the characters are worth a damn. Like, seriously, none of them are worth a damn. Can you guys tell me 3 positive traits that aren't like some stupid PR spin that's good about these characters? You know, it's funny. No, I don't have pics. I don't snap pictures of random women at the gym. Now that's beyond as weird as I'll go. I'll talk about them on a podcast that'll reach thousands of people, but I'll never take a picture of them without them knowing. That's just too weird for me. No, but there's a website called rebelscum.com, and they are the best resource for like Star Wars toy images, like a gallery and information like that. But they put out the most bullshit Facebook posts. And today they put one about Rose Tico. They made Rose Tico out to look like fucking Superman. They took the land speeder and they basically made her reenact the... You know what? Hold on. Give me a second. Let me pull it up. You guys want... You know what? Press F if you want to see the most cringe shit ever. And while I'm waiting to see if Fs get pressed, I'll pop it up. Or pull it up. So this is why that side of the Star Wars argument will never fucking win or let it go. And you can actually see my own personal post. So are there a lot of Fs popping up right now? My God, there's a lot of Fs. So you guys want that cringe. So here comes the damn cringe. So you ready, folks? Ethan Van Sciver would be jealous at all this cringe. So these fuckers excuse me, these people over on Rebel Scum try to reenact the cover of Superman or Action Comics #1 with Superman, and they have to go on a fucking Apple box or the soapbox or their platform. Well, Tom Cruise gets on the Apple boxes, but they get on their goddamn platform to tell us about how important Rose Tico is. And this is how fucking dumb these people are. Like, look at here. I'm going to read you what I said, and you guys can tell me what you think. I said, change the fucking record. Focus on what's coming from Hasbro at Comic-Con, and then find a way to stay relevant until September when the Episode 9 toys are released. And I meant September of 2019. And then I got a like. But here's a good point from Jerry Hazard, which is a cool name, by the way. Why are people still making this an issue? The Kelly Marie Tran Instagram thing was weeks ago, and it was never verified by anyone exactly why she closed her account. Not saying that personal attacks upon actors is cool, but it's definitely not cool. It's definitely not cool. But that's not currently a thing. You know what's a thing? Fan shaming. In order to deflect any press or energy about the poor performance of Solo and fan reaction to The Last Jedi. Just stop it. The movie, The Last Jedi, has some egregious errors. Preaching against sacrifice just after Holdo sacks herself via hyperspace. Blah, blah, blah. And the movie alienated many longtime fans. Anyhow, not debating the movie. Sorry, I digress. It's not the fans' fault that they have problems with the movie. Quit trying to make it about that. Many decisions made about the production and creation of The Last Jedi were the wrong ones. This is the only mistake fans have made, apparently, was to go see this bloody movie. A mistake I won't make again. So, Rebel Scum is really fucking trying to make it about that. And I think they're failing, like, miserably. I don't think they really need to post shit like this. I mean, everyone has the right to post what they're going to post, but this is garbage. This is so dumb. Having Skywalker the last name in honor of the Skywalkers? Who's going to have a last name of Skywalker? I don't know. I see a lot of people getting upset they can't unsee that. I think that's a Yuzon Vong there. That must be photoshopped in though, because these are no, these are 3 3/4 inch figures. Never mind. That's the super articulated Black Series Rose Tico. EVS would be moist. Insert JoJo. Oh my god. No, but do you guys see what I see on the internet? It's we all have access to the same shit, but man, I find like I'm in the butthole of the internet right now with rebelscum.com. If you thought they were over on Jedi Temple Archives were kind of preachy, well, I'll give them this. At least the guy that runs Jedi Temple Archives has a good idea about how Disney and these people are treating the fans. This Rebel Scum shit is anyone associated with the Force.net. It all comes back to that whole they're all in the same boat. They're trying to get close because, guys, a website like Rebel Scum is associated with Lucasfilm. They want their free toys. They want their advertising. They want this. They want that. So they'll toe the company line. They'll preach. This fucking image is about 3 weeks too late, and it makes no sense whatsoever. Rose Tico couldn't even fly a ship, let alone pick up a land speeder. I get the homage, but fuck them. You damn right, Hammer of Crom. Saving what we love. Totally valid military strategy right there. Somebody said this is gay. I would poop on it and burn it. Oh, man. So, there you have it, folks. I hope Ethan sees this stream. Uncle Ehe Von XXX, whatever your name is nowadays. Good luck getting this image out of your mind. You're a comic book artist. This is what Ethan should fucking draw and sell prints of if he wants to make some extra money. By the way, hashtag Ethan cut me in for 10% because it was my idea. Gunship. I'll check that out. Let me write that down next to Hell's Reach. I listen to a lot of wrestling music when I lift, so yeah, thank you, John. Good morning, pop culture to you too. Triple XL. No, this is not art. This is pod racing. The fucked up part is I used to think this website was so awesome. I remember in high school I would go there and just kill some time looking up the vintage stuff and reading up on the toy line. Like, this is how I know so much about Star Wars toys, because I put in the time to research it. Logan Michael says, I want to make an app where you kill Rose Tico. Ouch. No one would download that because Rose Tico, no one knows who she is. But thank you, Logan Michael. Alpha Terranema would be better if it was Space Leia, Splaya, shopped over Superman shoving Zod through a building in Man of Steel. I would watch that, or I'd love that image. That'd be a lot of fun. We could, you know, what we should do is we should get an OP Princess Leia figure, and we should insert her in some of the greatest movie scenes ever. Her and Rose Tico. So, like, I think the first one that we have to reenact is the scene from Predator. You know, Dylan, you son of a bitch. We'll do that, and that'd be a lot of fun. Yeah, I listen to Hollywood Rock, Rowdy Ruffian. Is that you, Loudy? If so, good morning. Breed Cecil with Tico, humanity saved. Goddamn. Oh. So do you guys want me to get this off screen and move on to the next topic? Press F if you want me to get rid of this bullshit of Rose Tico, or do you want me to zoom in? F to change the topic, Z to zoom in, and I'll wait a few seconds and give my final point. Rose Tico, you're a bad character. Kelly Marie Tran, no one wants anything to happen to you bad. Just Rose Tico sucks ass so much. Oh, okay. F's are beating out the Z's. It's time to move on. So, oh, shit. Nope, F's definitely beat the Z's. Sorry, guys. Game over. Yeah. So, what is this? What is this, guys? Do you guys see what's on your screen? Another flop from DC Comics. So this is the exclusive first look at Shazam, the Captain Marvel movie. Photoshop the Star Wars image over a land speeder. Do you have a dope meme? Says Hieroglyphic from all this. If somebody wants to win Meme Winner of the Week, do that and send it into the Facebook page, and you guys can win a free shout out or whatever. When I get this damn website built, I might actually send out free stickers to like Listener of the Week and shit like that to keep the community growing. So just stick with world-class bullshitters. Yes, so I'm seeing a lot of this looks stupid. That is gay. Why Riot? Well, Nicholas Keys, if Han Solo Returns, We Riot is a play on an old wrestling sign from 2006. If you guys know who John Cena is, he fought a guy named Rob Van Dam at a pay-per-view called ECW One Night Stand in 2006. And there was a sign in the crowd that says, if Cena wins, we riot. So we're not actually rioting. It's a callback to an old wrestling sign. It's very famous. The more you know. But no, this is the Captain Marvel Shazam picture. Does it look good to you guys? Zach Levy, is that who's playing him? Zach Levy? He's like the first superhero actor in a decade to not get in shape for a movie. This looks like a cosplay. This is called Cosplay the Movie. You can't even look it. You can tell this movie's cheap. They don't even have licenses for like Coca-Cola or Pepsi. Like they didn't even pay to get that. It's like, hey, what are we drinking? We're drinking cola. This movie just seems so dumb. Yeah, this is the real Captain Marvel. Here's the question. Would you rather watch this movie or Brie Larson? Tell me in the comments. I'll wait a second while I take a sip of coffee, but maybe they should have put some of this padding in Brie Larson's suit to make her look like a woman. The only Captain Marvel you'll see. Neither. Neither this. Okay. It looks like a Netflix thing. You'd rather watch Chad Vader. I like Chad Vader. Clint is a fool. I will not tolerate his insolence much longer. Yeah, I've seen way too much Chad Vader. When I was in college, I used to think that was the shit. About a little over a decade ago, early 2008, me and my buddy Toke would watch Chad Vader all the time. You're sick of this change at the Mega Powers? All right, are you Hogan or Macho Man? No, but I wanted to bring this up because Comic-Con is coming soon, next week, I believe. And they have announced the first trailer for this piece of shit. So, according to, what website is this? CBR, the garbage butthole comic book website of the internet. The first trailer for DC Shazam will debut at Comic-Con on July 21st, which is a Saturday, the Saturday of Comic-Con week. So there you guys go. That's what's going to happen with Shazam. You're going to get that awesome, mega, highly anticipated, it's going to be better than Brie Larson's trailer on the 21st. Looks like Superman, Nicolas Cage Superman test picks. You're not wrong about that one. Have you guys seen that documentary, The Death and Something with Superman? What happened? That was it John Shep made a couple years back. I caught it on YouTube, and I think it's now on Hulu or Amazon or something. But if you can watch it, it's worth a watch. Damien, about this suit being processed digitally in post, this is an exclusive image from Entertainment Weekly. I think they would put all the post-production stuff into the image because it's like an official release type of deal. So I don't think they would go back and they wouldn't fix that already. I think they would have done that. Shazam will be awesome. However, I'm heavily medicated, says one listener. That's pretty fucking awesome. Oh, man. Why is Shazam wearing a cheap costume? They couldn't afford a good suit because of the flop that was Justice League. Oh, man, that saddens me. Justice League was not good, but, man, it wasn't the worst either. It wasn't the worst. Now that I found out this Keurig can make hot cocoa, I'm going to drink so much sugar now. Has the Tick vibe. By the way, folks, have you guys seen the Tick over on Amazon? Press F if you've seen the Tick. I thought that was one of the best adaptations in a long time. It was fun. It was quirky. It was weird. I really dug it. Generic Edgelord, thank you very much. So, Batman didn't get a DCMU movie, but Shazam did. Come on, man. He was in Batman versus Superman and the Justice League, and it was so great. I mean, Ben Affleck, bro, am I right? The scowling and the crying and the killing and the shittiest Batmobile since Batman and Robin. No, but you are right about that Batman didn't get a movie. I know the people on the internet would bitch and say, "Oh, they're making another Batman movie," but everyone and their grandma's going to go out and see Batman. Batman's the shit. Batman is DC's best character. Batman is arguably the best character overall. I'm a Spider-Man fan. I do respect the shit out of Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man. But when it comes to Batman, I mean, come on. That's just a big cultural event all the time. The Pui, thank you very much. You have the best morning radio show. Well, the Pui, you always have the nicest comments to say about me and my family, so I appreciate it. But, guys, I'm glad everyone's sticking with us for all these mornings. Definitely the numbers are going up. The first week we did well. The second week we did pretty well. Then I did that one around the 4th of July. Not many people watched. But now we're picking up, we're finding our audience. So it looks like about 700 to 1,000 of you will listen to us in the morning. And I thank you guys. It makes it worth it. I like the one-on-one interaction. Well, you know what I mean. But yeah, Shazam looks like Shazit. And I think I even made that joke on an old video. Logan Michael, thank you very much for Super Chat. The new DC universe should stop. It will after this piece of shit comes out. Now, I'll be the first to admit, if this movie's awesome and I like it, I'll be like, hey, I was wrong. Take me back to July 12th, 2018. The suit looked stupid, but the movie came out, and I was okay with it. I want to be wrong, actually. I want to have fun at these comic book movies. Like, I'm getting ready to go see Ant-Man in about 2 hours, and I'm hoping it's good. I'm a little worried about the heavy-handedness of the Wasp, and I've heard rumors that Paul Rudd has played like a dunce, or played Scott Lang like a dunce, but I'll see in 2 hours, so don't worry about telling me, and I'll report back tonight for the podcast. Shazam had a campy 70s Saturday morning show. I've heard of that. I've seen pictures of it. Raven Heartless, it's okay that you miss us some mornings. The fact that you're here some mornings, like today, is okay. Let's see. I hated Batfleck. He looked like a fat arse. There are merits to Ben Affleck's Batman, and there are not demerits, because that's a school thing, but it's good and bad at the same time. I thought his Bruce Wayne was legit. Like, I liked the way he dressed and the way he looked and stuff like that. But the suit, didn't really like it. The modulation was fine. It was better than Christian Bale's Batman. Do you guys want me to change the picture? Press F if you do while I answer this question. What do you think about making a change in the special editions where Luke and Leia don't kiss? I get what you're going for, but it causes a bigger problem. So in the first one, the for luck, you can kind of look past that one. But if you wipe out the special edition kiss, if you have special edition out the kiss from The Empire Strikes Back, you cause a bigger problem. Because why would Han look at Luke the way he does before he goes off to fight the Battle of Hoth? You get what I'm saying? Like when he goes, take care of yourself, and Han gives him that scowl type of thing, the jealousy. I think if anything, if you have the special edition out of change, you get rid of them being brother and sister in Return of the Jedi, and you just have Luke lose the girl. Don't give him some reason why they're not together. Besides, she fell for Han. Luke's got to be a Jedi. That's the worst moment of the original Star Wars trilogy, when Luke and Leia are revealed to be brother and sister. It's such a dumb thing. I changed your mind about Batfleck. I was right. Batman should be leaner like a ninja. Well, I'm glad that you heard me out, and it's awesome that you feel differently. I guess I always think of like the Neil Adams Batman type of thing. I mean, bulky Batman works for older Batman to a degree, but I do like that stealthy, quiet Batman, not I just appear out of the shadow. Boom. Oh, Rey having the last name is Skywalker. That would be fucking stupid. And if she's trying to honor Luke, that'd be even dumb. Here's the thing. Why do the new characters in these Star Wars movies like the original trilogy characters? Do they like them because of us? Or do they like them because of they're that great in the universe? It doesn't feel organic or natural. It just sounds straight up like, oh, I gotta honor this, and I love Han, and I know his struggle and all. It's just like, no, you don't. No, you fucking don't. You're new. Hell, they're fictional to us. We know them better than you do. Like, just calm your tits. Laura Ryan stole my fan fiction story. Thank you very much for your super chat. No message, but I appreciate that. If Rey gets the name of Skywalker, we riot. And if you get that reference from the last 10 minutes, thumbs up. Paid attention. We only got 34 likes. Man, that is sad. Thank you, Rugis. Yeah, get the likes up, man. We got to get those rolling. A like from everyone, if you will, please. Yeah, they have no real connection. Neither did Han and Rey. I don't get why they just were so accepting of some stranger. In many ways, Star Wars is like Canada. You can just walk in and people will accept you for who you are. And if you don't want to leave, well, they can't make you because it's impolite. Yes, Ben Affleck was based off Frank Miller's Dark Knight because that's the only comic book that Zack Snyder has ever read. So yeah, but I'm just going by preference. I liked the Christian Bale training of Batman. It felt the most like Batman because there was a series of Batman books. Oh, what is it? Legends of the Dark Knight in the early 90s. And that was where a lot of that ninja shit came from, I believe. I didn't read a lot. I don't read a lot of old Batman. I have read the seminal stories and the newer stuff, and I don't do pre-1970 Batman because it's just dumb. Man, Swiss Miss Cocoa from a Keurig is pretty damn good. What's with the Andy Gutierrez crap? I guess she's just was talking shit about fans or trying to goad people on Twitter. Folks, if you want to truly beat the SJW Star Wars crowd, what the best way to do is on social media? Don't say shit to them. Let them say their stupid crap and just direct it towards us. We'll make a video about it, and that's the end of it. If no one attacks them, they have no fuel, and they're looking for attention. So there we go. Yes, I've seen Escape from L.A., and I get what you're talking about. The ending from The Last Jedi was ripped off from that movie. Yes, 1930s Batman. Well, I'll read early Batman because he has a pistol and shoots people, but that's cool. Oh. Where's Batman with the anti-shark spray? That'd be 1967's Batman, the movie Batman, and I'll watch that because that's fun. Yeah, bad taste with the fanboys tier mug. You know, it's funny, like we said on the High Council, you can taunt people all you want, Andy Gutierrez, but if all the fanboy tiers that fill your mug didn't buy a fucking Star Wars ticket or merchandise, you wouldn't have a goddamn job. A job like that is really, like, she's going to be on that for a couple years, then she's going to move to, what is that, Reels TV or something, and you're going to see her maybe for like 2 seconds before your movie. Well, no, Maria Menounos is an actual celebrity, so Maria Menounos ain't giving that job up. But if you talk shit too much about the Star Wars fans and you lose your job because no one's buying Star Wars anymore, you did it to yourself and you deserve it. Ray is a character about as useful as diet water. That's awesome. That is awesome. So, folks, it is the top of the hour, and it's time to recap the top story. So, Star Wars fans have a theory for now how Han Solo could return from the dead in Episode 9, inspired by Kevin Smith. And I'm just going to recap it briefly. So Kevin Smith sent this tweet out. If due to time travel device or the Force, there's a plot development that allows Lando to repeat his Empire Strikes Back line, there's still a chance to save Han and get us back to the fateful bridge on Starkiller Base, then I'll kiss JJ on the mouth. I'll even French him. And it seems like some people are taking his joke a little too seriously, too close to heart, and they're coming up with reasons and ways how this could be true, and they explain all this garbage here from The Force Awakens, and, you know, that's it. It's Kevin Smith's fan theory, you know, because Kevin Smith's stoned all the time, and it's a bad theory. It's stupid. Kevin, I used to love you, man, but just shut the fuck up and make Jersey Girl 7 or something. No one cares. And yeah, he can't come back. He shouldn't come back. I don't know how much clearer I could make it. He's dead. They're all dead. Han and Luke are dead ski. They're not coming back. Harrison Ford, you could literally take a dump truck full of $100 bills, dump it into his pool and say, please. And he'd go, no, fuck off. That'd be Harrison Ford. Han Solo's gone. They made $2 billion because of his return in Episode 7. Not because it was this great movie. It's because Han Solo was back. And, you know, they made Luke Skywalker maybe the main hero of the saga, but Han Solo is the one that most people like, because Harrison Ford's like a ton of people's favorite actor. He's just so big. Maybe he's not that tall, but still, he's so famous that people just go out in droves to see him play his iconic roles. Indiana Jones 4 was a hit. Ugh. And Indiana Jones 5, which has been pushed back. Well, I don't think that movie will ever get made. He's too old. Kevin Smith has a theory that Kevin Smith is still relevant. That's awesome. What if they decide to include Kira in Episode 9? That would be dumb. Because like 8 people saw Solo a Star Wars story. So they're going to say, why is the chick from Game of Thrones in Star Wars? Yeah, that's true. There are people that don't know she was in Solo. I mean, we're the fan base that knows this shit. We're not the fan base that goes and tells everybody else, like, oh, you know, Kira's this integral part of the movie in X, Y, and Z. There's never going to be a follow-up to her being in that movie. Darth Maul? No, nothing more with Darth Maul. Maybe it'll be answered in the Jon Favreau TV show, but by then she'll be too busy or, I don't know, knocked up by some dude and just doesn't give a shit about Star Wars anymore. Yeah, I'd love to see the alternate timeline where Kurt Russell sticks around to be Han Solo instead of Harrison Ford, too. Alternate, so we can have both editions. Like, if you guys would like to help World Class Bullshitters fund interdimensional travel, you know how to. And we'll go to that universe where Kurt Russell's Han Solo, and I'll bring you guys back the red ray of that, and we'll watch those movies side by side. William Catt will be Luke Skywalker, and Shirley from Laverne and Shirley will be Princess Leia. Let's see. Jon Favreau is the next president of Lucasfilm. I like Jon Favreau. You can go back and listen to my video talking about him. I got nothing but nice things to say about Jon Favreau, the creator. I've never really heard of him being a douche to people. I'm sure he's not the nicest guy in the world, but he seems fine. He knows his craft. He knows how to make a good film. You know, we can all sit and say how much we love Infinity War and Black Panther and X, Y, and Z, but Jon Favreau, if it wasn't for his first Iron Man flick being what it was, we wouldn't have any of this. The MCU would have been a failed experiment. They would have continued to make Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies. You would have had a couple more Hugh Jackman X-Men flicks. And you probably would never got Logan. You would never got Fox needing to step up because the Marvel movies make so much money for their formula. So Fox needed to do something to make that kind of money. Chano Cyber 9 Avila. What's up, man? Han will come back and say, "Get off my Falcon plane." Too easy. If that happened, that'd be awesome. I'd gladly eat my damn hat if that's the case. He says, "Get off my Falcon." You know what they should do is actually just dub in the line, "Get off my plane," and have Harrison Ford just say the word Falcon. So it's like that shitty, those shitty TV edits, "Get off my Falcon." Perfect. I want that. But Chano, Cyber9 Avila, welcome back to the show, and thank you very much. I hope your shift, I guess it's at the end of it. Hope it went well. Hope you guys are wide awake with Good Morning Pop Culture. Sometimes I'm told I have a soothing voice. I won't tell that story on air, but I heard that over the weekend, and that was pretty cool. But sometimes, I just want to keep you guys awake for work. Shit, sometimes I want to keep myself awake for work, if you know what I mean. Part-time. God damn it, Abomino. King Eric, I was thinking of that too. When Chano sent that super chat in about Yippee-ki-yay, Mr. Falcon, that's the first thing I thought of. Yes, Disney Star Wars is horrible. And Bob Iger liking Jon Favreau makes me happy. I don't know enough about Bob Iger to have an actual opinion of him. Outside of his ass should have got rid of Kathleen Kennedy in 2016. But I understand from a business standpoint why you wouldn't. Force Awakens made all that money. Rogue One made some money. But it hurt Star Wars long term. And now Star Wars is really fucked up. Get off my... I hate snakes. They slither and they get everywhere. Thank you, Raven Heartless. Oh, there we go. I hate when shit randomly drops in my office when I'm on air. Catches me off guard. Maybe Ivan Ortega can make a supercut video of me just going, "Oh, shit randomly falls." Han comes back as a pansexual ghost. No. Insert Mark Wahlberg reference. God, that'd be terrible. That'd be terrible. Snakes on a Millennium Falcon. What would be the Star Wars equivalent of a snake? Like not a Mynock. It would be the beak from the Sarlacc pit on a Falcon. Logan Michael, thank you for your super chat. Get off my wheelchair. That's going to be Harrison Ford in the next Indiana Jones movie. Get off my scooter. They'll give him an electric scooter just for to expedite the filming process. He's like rolling around. Like there's a little boulder coming after him. He's on his Jazzy trying to get away. Tom Cruise in the hover round. The Dianoga. There we go. Dianoga's on a Falcon. That'd be a kind of a cool poster you could make. You can make like one of those old cereal posters and have like a fucked up Dianoga and like the old man Han Solo. It says Dianoga's on a Falcon. I'd wear that as a shirt. I should design that and make it as a personal shirt. Can't sell it legally, but I can own one myself and wear it all the time. Will Han hide in a fridge? Yeah, Han should hide in a fridge. We'll come up with the shittiest way to have this Han Solo movie happen. What if they recast Han in Episode 9 with Kurt Russell? Okay. Why not? Why not? You know what, guys? Give me your craziest Star Wars ideas for Episode 9. I don't care if they're good, bad, plausible, implausible. Let's see where this show goes this morning. This is one of those interesting episodes. I want to see how weird we can make it on Thursday, because Friday, we're all excited for the weekend. But Thursday, like I said, we got that buffer, that barrier. One more day of work after today, and then we're all free. Well, I got to work tomorrow watching The Last Jedi. Ugh. But hey, give me your shittiest ideas. I want to read those on air. Make me laugh, guys. Lando comes back as a half human, half robot woman. Han, because he had life insurance, gets cloned. The clone then fights Kylo. Porg's on a Falcon. I like that name. Kurt Russell is Han's brother Dan Solo. He joined the Empire by himself. Linda Calrissian. Do we have any fans that are big Photoshop experts? Because it would be awesome if you guys took Lando's photo and gave him like an afro or a long hair and called him Linda Calrissian, like it poorly shaved off the stash. Rey's Mary Sue powers come from devouring of porgs. Ooh, a 2-hour movie where she just cooks them slowly. Kurt Russell's Han not only shoots first, he drains the damn battery on Greedo. Super chat from Logan Michael. Thank you very much. Rose Tico talks to her Force Ghost great grandpa, the Jedi from Rogue One. She talks to Donnie Yen through the Force. God damn it, Logan Michael. Oh man, that's a good one. I just had a fucking visual of that one. Shado Cybernina Villa says, if Warner Brothers are smart, they'd release Shazam the same as Episode 9. If Rey was a Kenobi, would that make her part Mandalorian? Oh, ew. And that makes Bethany part black? No, sorry, movie reference aside, that is a good question. You no matter what, if Rey was part Mandalorian, Boba Fett's daughter, all this other garbage, she still sucks. Like, there's nothing. It's too late to make her interesting. Luke Skywalker and all these characters don't become interesting in the final chapter of their own stories. They start out compelling, they grow, they fail. You want to see them succeed. This is the end of their character arc. Rey all of a sudden isn't gonna become cool. Now, Shazam, I believe, comes out in April of 2019. I think it comes out fairly close to Captain Marvel. So, Shazam comes out April 5th, 2019. And let's see when Captain Marvel comes out. That movie comes out March of 2019. So, they're 1 month apart. So, essentially, early 2019 is going to be the battle of Captain Marvels. Yeah, I really don't care about either one. Just being honest, they both suck. Let's see here. Jar Jar Binks is Snoke's master. Rey's on a plane. Han becomes Kit on the Falcon. Every time Chewie says something, he just goes, fuck off. That's all it is. It's just a constant loop of Harrison Ford telling people to fuck off in Star Wars. Oh, man. I like that one a lot, actually. That, Linda Calrissian, and Rose Tico talking to her dead grandpa from Rogue One. What if Rey is Han and Kira's child? What? Then she wouldn't be so powerful in the Force and all that shit. I don't know. Oh, fuck it. That I get where you're coming from, but man, fuck that idea. I'm so sorry to be mean. I hope that doesn't happen. Super chat from Logan Michael. NECA will reveal a new Jason tomorrow. Ooh, I'm excited to see that one. I hope it's a Jason X. No, I really don't want Jason X. Probably will be Jason X. That's going to be interesting to see what they do with that figure. I'll see it in FYE, and maybe I'll pick it up, maybe not. But I'll be following NECA closely because they always release cool or talk about cool stuff around Comic-Con. So next week will be the best time to look at NECA stuff as well as the new Star Wars stuff coming out of Comic-Con itself. Hey, they're English brunettes. Get it? Yeah, that's all you need in Star Wars to be a good character. A single white British female. Dark hair. BB-8 destroys the next Death Star clone by falling into it in a comedic fashion. I want a BB-8 Wally crossover. No, I don't. I've never even seen Wally. Rey becomes the Uber Sue, and she will raise Han Solo from the dead. Uber Sue for the win. I just love that name, Uber Sue. Put it on a t-shirt and Uber will sue me, but never mind. English brunette equals Kathleen Kennedy, self-insert Mary Sue. Yeah, that actually is pretty... Yeah, I can see that. They all are the same. They all look the same. I guess she's looking for that, like a young her, except talented and famous. And I almost said attractive, but Daisy Ridley scares me. Logan Michael, also that kid from Goonies is Rose's grandpa. Fucking Data. Short round from Indiana Jones. The Temple of Doom is Rose Tico's grandpa. Hold on your potatoes, Rose. I'm sorry, I can't. I just keep thinking of you guys ever see a movie called Three Ninjas, or have you ever seen Big Trouble in Little China? What's his name? Egg Shen, the old guy with the crazy eye. I keep imagining him as Rose's grandpa. Oh, this is the best one. Caesarea, Japan. Lucas appears at the end of episode 9 saying, "Gotcha." Oh my god. That would be awesome. Like, seriously, after the movie ends, it goes directed by J.J. Abrams, it just stops, and a chair's there, and he spins around. He's like, "Gotcha," and then it ends. Da-da-da-da. That would be incredible. Your brother watches the Three Ninjas all the time? Oh, man. I used to love the first one. And then there was, what, Knuckle Up? And there's Kickback and Knuckle Up. Knuckle Up sucks. Is that the one where they fight to save the Native American land and the city or some shit like that? And there's High Noon at Mega Mountain. 90s kids movies, guys. That's what I grew up with, sadly. Not for long. Forgotten Crowd, thank you very much. Why didn't the two melons marry? Because they can't elope. God. Shitty jokes. Thank you, Forgotten Crowd. That's actually a shitty joke I've never heard. I haven't hung out with Loudy enough to hear those crappy jokes. Star Wars needs more Lopan. Yeah, I agree with that 100%. Man, Big Trouble in Little China kicks ass. By the way, folks, we're going to be doing some Ode to John Carpenter stuff over on our Patreon closer to the end of the year. So we figure it's 2018, which is 40 years since Halloween came out. And I know John Carpenter made films before that. He made that one with Kurt Russell about Elvis. He did the Assault on Precinct 13. But we're going to give you guys a pretty heavy John Carpenter month over on Patreon. Nick and I are excited to do that, so be on the lookout. You got about 3 months to wait for it. Ghetto Bible, thank you for your super chat. Rose traps Finn, turns into Star Wars version of Misery. Oh man, that would be awesome. And all she does is say that stupid line about we're not gonna, by saving what we love shit, and then she fucking breaks his foot. Oh, with that little welder thing, she just taps it until it snaps. Man, Misery is a damn good movie. I could go for... If somebody said, "I'll buy you a copy of Misery on Blu-ray right now and hand it to me," I would rather watch that than go see Ant-Man and the Wasp. And Ant-Man's probably pretty fun, but I just really, really, really like Misery. Tim Christ, I have that comic strip as well, where Han and Indiana Jones finds Han Solo. It's a cool story. It's a very cool story. I would like to see an animated version of that. I was like it'd be cool, even though these Star Wars movies are shit, if when you went to see them, there was an animated short, not Forces for Diversity animated short, but a cool Elseworlds story or a legend story animated, so you could get a 5-minute little thing, and then you could walk out of the theater because fuck that movie. Let's see. This is all just a prank, bro. Waka waka. Miyagi is Rose's dad. Oh, rest in peace, Miyagi. Get off my franchise. Man, that should have been in episode 7. I didn't realize there was an April Fool's joke where Ken Jeong would play Indiana Jones 5. A 5-minute EU short, that'd be cool. Misery is a way better book. I'm guilty of not reading it, but yeah, I'll give it a shot one of these days. But yeah, folks, if you have just joined, the Star Wars fan theory about Han Solo coming back comes from none other than Kevin Smith, where he basically uses the ultimate Deus Ex Machina, the Force, or time travel, as brought to us by Star Wars Rebels, where Lando goes back in time to save Han Solo. Talk about stupidity. Where's Cecil? Cecil's probably drunk right now or hungover. I don't know Cecil on a personal level, but Cecil's a good enough guy? Question mark person. They Live, yeah. Rowdy Piper's the man, and They Live is a fantastic movie. So, Carpenter Watch Party is a must do. We've done a commentary for the thing already, but we will do another. We'll do a watch party for the bigger ones, but we're gonna do more of the like a everything for the Patreon thing, just because like I don't think people really are gonna watch us talk about Assault on Precinct 13 or the Fog, stuff like that. So, and his music. Logan Michael, thank you very much for your super chat. Lando is disappointed in his son Finn for being in a gay relationship with Poe Dameron. So he tries to change him by hooking him up with Lobot. Okay, I made that last part up myself, but that'd be pretty fucking hilarious. I mean, I can't do impressions, so I'm not even going to try. But if Lando and Finn are related, talk about hot garbage. Like, the only two black characters besides Mace Windu who's dead have to be related. That's just stupid. Mildly racist. Extremely offensive. Not even from a racial standpoint. Just dumb storytelling. Folks, can it get any dumber? Yeah, I can, but still, man, if they're related, fuck that movie. I may walk out early on if I find that revelation out early in the film. Chano Cyber 9 Avila, thank you very much. Vader has the Imperial March. Lando has Careless Whisper. On his Highway to Hell. Rey has Like a Virgin. Kylo has Dare to Be Stupid. Oh, man. Man, I really want to make some of these Lando Careless Whisper memes, guys. I think those would be fucking hilarious. Because there was a commercial parody a couple years back where they did a Han Solo Mentos commercial. We should do like a Lando Colt 45 with Careless Whispers parody. That would be incredible. I mean, I don't know if we could get away with it for copyright reasons, but it would be good for a laugh. Sometimes you got to make a joke and take the monetization away. Like that Rose Tico Tower video I did. I thought to myself, was the 2001 Space Odyssey music worthy of the joke, or do I take the monetization? So I went for the joke and didn't take the monetization because it was way funnier that way. So maybe for Lando, if the joke works out that well, I'll just say fuck it and do it. Midnight Cherry TV, watch any wrestling YouTube shows? OSW is great. I watch OSW. What bar are you? Yeah, I watch those guys quite a bit. I think I've seen almost everything they do. I like the WrestleMania 17 one a lot. It's pretty good. Actually, no, it's really great. I used to watch the Joe Cronin show, and I've reached out to him to ask him a couple questions. Dude never responds back. Hey, no bad blood. I had a couple questions about his setup, but okay, no big deal. No skin off my teeth. But those are about it. I'm subscribed to What Culture. I met those guys once in Texas, proving my point to Logan Michael even further that I've never had a good time in Texas. You know what I'm thinking about doing on these shows is the final 30 minutes will be like the Ask Jeff section where you guys can just ask me random questions about anything, and I'll talk about that. Press F if you think that's a good idea for like future episodes and stuff. Chano Cyber 9 Avila, my favorite wrestler was Macho Man because of Spider-Man 1. Let me tell you a story about that, Chano, real quick. So, back in 2002, Jeff loves wrestling, Jeff loves Spider-Man, he goes and sees that movie. As a kid, I wanted Bonesaw McGraw to be played by The Rock because I was just the world's biggest rock mark. But as an adult, that movie is so much better because it's Macho Man Randy Savage. Macho Man Randy Savage epitomizes in many ways 80s wrestling. I know Hulk Hogan was the biggest star, but Macho Man cut better promos. Macho Man had better matches. Macho Man was flashier, more flamboyant. He had the hot woman manager. He was the shit. But yeah, Macho Man makes Spider-Man 1 that much better. As much as I love The Rock, I don't know if I'd want that. I buy into Macho Man being Bonesaw and all that shit. Macho Man is, oh man, that's a wrestler I'm sad is dead because I would have loved to meet Macho Man Randy Savage and get my Defining Moments action figure signed. Okay, so a lot of F's. So yeah, we'll make the final 30 minutes Ask Jeff Anything. We got a few more minutes till we get to that. American Trent 421, thank you very much. Jar Jar was possessed by Plagueis, orchestrated the entire saga. 9 ends with, "You've witnessed the full power of the whoopee whoopee." Reads payback, George Lucas. Whoopee. Damn it, whoopee whoopee is the only part of that movie that makes me laugh. I'm embarrassed to say that. Every time he's like, "Whoopee whoopee," I chuckle. I don't know what it is, but it gets me every time. That can save this saga if the fucking Jar Jar is revealed. Why not? The movies suck as it is now. Why not just go balls to the wall insane? I think I'd respect them more if they tried something crazy instead of, some happy horseshit directed by J.J. Abrams. Oh, wait till episode 10. Like, what if that's the fucking announcement? They're like, guys, the story doesn't end in episode 9. We're coming back with episode 10, the first quadrilogy of Star Wars. Like, fuck that. Oh my God, that'd be terrible. So dumb. So dumb. Will there be lens flares? There better be lens flares. Yeah, there was a lot of cocaine being done in the 80s by wrestlers, by businessmen, by... I don't know if Ronald Reagan was doing cocaine in those little jelly beans. Can't confirm or deny anything. Only he and Nancy knew, and they're no longer with us. From rewatching the original trilogy, how could people like Luke's arc in The Last Jedi? Well, I don't think they could. A lot of people that go on about how great The Last Jedi is, how it's a masterpiece, how it's the best Star Wars in 38 years, they're either trying to get attention, like our friend Scott Mendelson, or they're dumb. Yeah, I just went out and said it that way. How do you not see that shit? Everything that Luke fought for, everything that every character fought for has been destroyed. And you know what? No, let me rephrase that like that, because that could be an interesting thing. Like, I worked so hard for this and it still didn't matter. Luke's not pluckiness, what's the word I'm looking for? Luke's determination, Luke's drive, his motivation should not have changed. His altruistic nature should be the same. Luke Skywalker becoming something else pisses me off because it was done for all the wrong reasons, or Alderaan reasons, if you will. It wasn't done to make an interesting story. It was made by some fucking loser who probably has the social skills of a raisin, and he just wanted to piss people off. Like, he is so hard, turgid, if you will, at the thought of people like me and all of you bitching about his movie for 7 months. He's like, I'm getting what I want. They're talking about me. I'm popular. Dude, you're popular for the wrong fucking reasons. Rian Johnson has just butchered Luke Skywalker, and nobody cares anymore about the guy. Like, the funny thing is, George Lucas has made billions of dollars post the original trilogy on the merchandise because the characters were respected and loved, and people were ready to throw money at him anymore. There are people out there that'll pick up a Luke Skywalker figure when they're released, and they'll go, Luke Skywalker, my Luke Skywalker was a hero, goddammit. He went off and he destroyed the Death Star and he fought Vader. He lost, but he came back and redeemed his dad and won the day. Now Luke Skywalker was a pussy who ran off and hid on an island. I don't want to buy this. And so they lose out on money and sales. Thanks to Rian Johnson and J.J. Abrams by proxy, not by proxy, J.J. Abrams did it too, Han, they've ruined their long-term financial income with Star Wars. Even like Jeremy says, oh, a movie made all this money in the beginning. Yeah, that's great. It made all this money in the beginning. But that money in the beginning is not going to carry over for the next decade. Hell, we're not even going to get through year 5 of this shit before the wheels are falling off. Solo, the front wheel is off, and we're struggling to get back on track. Whatever episode 9 will be is the next step. And you know sure as shit that the Disney parks aren't going to make all this money based just on the Star Wars shit alone. You're going to get the people that were already there, and then you're going to get the people that were going to visit for Star Wars, but kind of didn't. It's too early to tell with the park shit 100%. But thank you, Rian Johnson. You've really made yourself public enemy number 1. And I don't care how much ass you kiss out in Hollywood. Big studios are going to think twice about hiring your round-headed ass for future work because of what you did with Star Wars. Like, you can piss and moan and bitch and point fingers all day long, but it doesn't matter because you ruined it, and you ruined the financial viability for the long term. And that's what these companies care about, money. And that's okay if you care about money, but don't shit on your fans or your customers, the legacy. Don't do those things. Rian Johnson will be used as a cautionary tale in the future, folks. Not for how to interact with fans or be a progressive guy in terms of storytelling. No, Rian Johnson will be an example of why you don't hire people from the indie scene to make Star Wars. And then you're going to get Michael Bay making Star Wars. And while it may be cool for the first 10 seconds, you're going to learn that it's not as fulfilling as you once thought. Timothy Swan, thank you for your super chat. Is your icon? No, that's not the first Doctor. Okay. When you have Lucas behind a story, you'll have direction. When you have Abrams behind a story, you'll have Lost. We're here because of Abrams. To jump off my point, yeah, J.J. Abrams got us to where we are. Rian Johnson, like put it like this. With George Lucas, we were on a path to something. When J.J. Abrams started driving, he got lost. No pun intended. And then Rian Johnson went into the woods because he thought it would be funny. That's where we are with Star Wars. Rian Johnson is your idiot cousin that doesn't know how to drive a car. Hell, I don't even know if Rian Johnson knows how to drive a car. Maybe he doesn't believe in him. Maybe Rian Johnson rides a bike everywhere. That's why his head looks like a bike wheel. Yeah, it was an epic troll job, but Lucas got it. To jump back to Doomcog's video about the, who creates the canon and stuff, I agree with what he's saying. I also agree that people could come in outside forces and create stuff like Stan Lee and Steve Ditko with Spider-Man. While they created the canon and stuff like that people do have to respect, some of the better aspects of Spider-Man came from down the road. So you just got to find the right people to continue this shit. And good morning to Guatemala, Martinex. Thank you very much. Let's see. Chano Cyber9 Avila, thank you very much. What's the Lord of the Rings and puts Careless Whisper? They got away with Gandalf the Grey. I'm going to get a crack at Landu Careless Whisper. I've never seen Lord of the Rings. I'm sorry. I mean, I saw part of the first one. I don't know what they could do. I don't get the joke. I know that sounds really terrible to say for me talking about pop culture. I guess I willfully ignored Lord of the Rings. Gandalf the Gay. Now I reread it. Sorry. Gandalf the Gay? I'm going to get a crack at Landu Careless Whisper. Ugh. So Gandalf was Ian McKellen. You guys ever watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia where they talk about Ian McKellen doesn't go home and shoot laser beams into someone's asshole? If you haven't watched that fucking show. But Gandalf the Gay. I feel like that's a really good put down. I don't know if it's from a movie or what, or if people just kind of put it together on their own because it's only one letter short. But if we ever write a D&D inspired parody or a Lord of the Rings inspired thing, I'll call somebody Gandalf the Gay is a mean joke. Subverting expectations. They wanted to intentionally destroy Star Wars. Yes, Luke losing to Vader made him more interesting. Chano Cyber9 Avila says, I'll try to do a Landu vid this weekend. At least one. Please do. Send it to me. I need a good laugh. I've never seen the show. Banshee. Megan Fox and Star Wars. Things could be worse. You'd have Daisy Ridley. Back to Rian Johnson. He shit the money bed. What's the email again? The email is worldclassbs@mail.com. Bestmail.com. One thing I enjoy about this show, folks, is when I get into these really intense tangents, or at least in my mind, I'm on a roll. That's when all the people are coming back into the video. It's oh my God. And it keeps on rolling, and then I got to catch up with this stuff. So, let's see. Yeah, Swinging Cod, you got the email. Marvel turned Spider-Man into a cuck now. I know that Rian Johnson made it intentionally bad. That's, and fuck it. It's stupid. Let's see. The Buddy Lee channel. Thoughts on Jeremy's guest from last night? Who was Jeremy's guest? I don't watch. We have Patreon stuff to record. I'm cool with the guys on the High Council, but I don't watch any other streams. I'm busy making world-class bullshitter stuff. So, the Buddy Lee channel, if you want to tell me who he had on, I know Cecil had a stream for a minute, but are you talking about the Mundane Matt one from the other night? Because I heard about that, didn't watch it, don't know what they talked about. But hey, Jeremy's got to do what Jeremy's got to do. So, more power to him. Tanae, thank you very much. I think Rian Johnson is starstruck by the fact that he gets to make a Star Wars movie and is sucking all of his superiors' dicks to keep the position. Maybe. That could be a part of it. That could be a big part of it. But as a Star Wars fan, wouldn't you know what you're doing? I'm not saying you owe it to the fans to make Luke, Superman. But if you're a fan of Star Wars and a fan of Luke Skywalker, you would want to respect the legacy and the lineage of the character. Like if I made a movie, which I could definitely write a better Star Wars movie, it ain't fucking hard. Like for all the dickheads on the internet want to say, "Oh, do it better yourself." Give me the fucking rights to the movie, and I'll do it. That's the thing. Anybody they say, "Oh, you can't do it. You don't have the skill." I do have the fucking skill. Millions of people have the fucking skill. If Rian Johnson can go in and make what he made and get that Star Wars trademark on it, a million people out in the world could do it. High school students could write better Star Wars shit. Hell, a smart 8th grader could too. Don't ever act like just because Rian Johnson did it, officially means he's the best man for the job. Nathan Fillion should have been the Green Lantern over Ryan Reynolds. All kinds of shit. Don't ever tell me that the official version is the reason. It's the official version because it's the best. No, there's other reasons behind it. So today, maybe Rian Johnson is such a super fan and he is worried about doing this and that. And if he is in a rock and a hard place, maybe I'll have a little sympathy for him. But he's not. He's been a dick the whole time about it. He knows what he's doing. He's doing it intentionally. He's basically finally has the power because there's a lot of people you meet in life like that. They're kind of weird and what's the word I'm looking for? Not squirmy. Mousy. He's like a mousy little guy that finally has some power. And man, he is really milking that shit for all it's worth. Thank you. So this one comes from Basil. They should revive Han Solo, kill him in a lame death again, and revive him in the next movie to do. They should revive Han Solo to kill him in a lame death again, and revive him in the next movie to kill him in a lame death over and over. Fucking idiots. Well, once he dies on the beach, Halo Reach style, then I'm okay with Han Solo's nobler death. But yeah, it's stupid. Kevin Smith, I'm glad you got your 5 minutes of fame in the spotlight with this new tweet you put out. And, we dedicated a show to you because, dude, you made Mallrats, which that's a bad one to use. You made Clerks, and that was a good movie. And you made Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back, and that was a good movie too. So, yeah, Han Solo coming back is dumb. It's like the Palpatine clones. Not everything's a good idea. Cowabunga says, "What's up, Jeff? Counting down the days to Horror Hound." Well, Cowabunga, so am I. I cannot wait to go to Horror Hound. And folks, if you're curious about that, the entire World Class Bullshitters crew, myself, Dion, Kendo, Nick, and channel dad Brian Lape, we're all going to be at Indianapolis Horror Hound from August 24th through the 26th. Excuse me. And we're going to be talking about anything, hanging out with you guys. We'll do a couple live streams where we're all on camera. We're going to be doing this as a test for Star Wars Celebration so we can have, the best production quality when we go live there. But be excited about it. If you're in the Midwest area, Indianapolis is where it's going to be. If you can make it up for the day, whatever, please come hang out. At Cowabunga, all you got to do is come up to me and say, "Hey, dude, this is Cowabunga from YouTube," and boom, we're hanging out. Come up in the day. If you can hang out after the show, we're going to try to get a get-together for as many people as possible. Probably informal. We're just going to go get pizza or something and hang out, shoot the shit, have beers in the lobby. But if you're available, if you can make it, if you're thinking about it, make the trip and hang out with us. Even if you don't want to pay for the ticket to Horror Hound, just come in after the show and we'll all hang out. But Cowabunga, thank you. I can't wait to hang out with you. Oh, so you're talking about the Mundane Matt thing. Here's my final say about Mundane Matt before I move on. I liked him in Gamergate, and I was a subscriber to his channel. And he put out that video about the guy on the plane that got beat up, the doctor who didn't give up a seat. And I was like, I'm done with this dude. And then that's really kind of my thing with Mundane Matt. That's why I've never made a Mundane Matt shill video. He's not a shill. I just am not a fan. So would you guys rather me start making shill videos about people and lying and, ruining the credibility of the channel? Like John Campia, shill. Kevin Smith, shill. Don't feel bad about making those videos because I stand behind those. Mundane Matt, not really a shill, just not my cup of tea. And if you don't like him, do what everyone should do to something you really, truly don't have any interest in. Walk away. And if people try to use an argument for Star Wars, notice how I said it, if you don't have any interest in. We all love Star Wars. That was a part of our life we've all loved. You got to do something to get it back. Don't let them bastardize shit you love with apathy. Don't use that. Don't let people use the that argument to make you feel guilty about fighting for something. Let's see. I didn't watch the Cecil one. Let's see. Reviews for You claims he found 32 pages of fan fiction that look like Ryan plagiarized Last Jedi. Hey, ARC Trooper Knox, if you could email me a link or something about that, worldclassbs@mail.com, I'll look into that. And maybe we'll play a game of Connect the Dots together on a YouTube video. Oh, man, somebody's talking about Huey Lewis in the News. Their early work was a little too new wave for my taste, but when sports came out in '83, they really came into their own, both commercially and artistically. The Pui, Tico Sith and her 6 demon bag. Goddamn Rose Tico. She is the worst. She's just so lame. Like, I always keep saying it so these the hate mob that might pop up like, oh, you hate Kelly Marie Tran. No, she could be the sweetest girl in the world. I don't know her. Rose Tico, I know. Hate Rose Tico. Dumb character. You can't force that shit down our throats. American Trent 421. I wrote episode 7 in 4th grade. I wrote a better episode 7 in 4th grade. Mail it to Lucas. Did he respond back? That would have been awesome if George Lucas wrote you a letter like, Dear American Trent 421, I know you're not on YouTube yet, but I wanted to use your screen name for safety reasons. Good job on the script. Can't wait to make it in 2016. Love, George. P.S. Don't let Disney read this. There you go. Chain of Cyber9 Avila. Because of Ryan Johnson, my niece and nephew, who dressed up like Luke and Leia for The Last Jedi, they kept asking questions throughout the movie. We are Latino. Let that sink in. Yeah, so remember, folks, when all the people out in Hollywood talk about inclusion and diversity and kindness in comics and all the other shit, remember, they're in a way saying that people of color can't like the white characters. That's the dumbest shit ever. I'm not black. I liked Blade. I'm not white. I love James Bond. Find what you like. Little kids will like what they like based on the character's actions. Chano Cyber9, Avila's niece and nephew, were proof of that. They liked Luke and Leia because of how cool they were. They were the heroes of the movie, along with Han Solo and Chewbacca and all that stuff. Kids like what they like. You know, I have a friend whose kid likes vacuum cleaners. Doesn't identify as one, just likes vacuum cleaners. That's what he's into. He collects them. And the kid's like, you know, a normal kid. Goes to school, everything's fine. Just collects vacuum cleaners. People like what they like. If you like vacuum cleaners or Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia, cool. Don't try to control kids and shit and make them different. And the fact that these kids have to ask all these questions doesn't mean that the kids don't get the movie. It's just they don't get why these decisions are being made. Like, here's the thing about Star Wars. I've said it before. You can't hide behind the argument that it's a kids movie if you put weird shit in it. Either it's a movie for everybody and that kids like because of the action and stuff like that, or it's a kids movie that needs to be targeted solely towards kids. It's not marketed for kids only. It's not produced for kids only. It'd be stupid if it was a kids only movie. Go back and look at the lines for Star Wars in the 70s. Everybody was in line. Black, white, and everything in between, all ages. Alpha Terranema says, first off, I'll ask Mauler as soon as I get off the stream. You know what you guys can do if you really want Mauler on the thing? You guys know how to tweet him. Just tweet Mauler and say, hey, can you be on the Last Jedi stream for World Class Bullshitters or something? And then I'll send him a private message. If he gets a whole bunch of tweets right now, he'll be like, oh, what's this? And I'll say, hey, Mauler, I didn't know about the time, but I wanted to invite you. I know it's last minute. So just tweet him and I'll message him later and we'll make something happen. I'll at least try. That's all I can do. I'll try. Alpha Terranema, if you want a quick rundown of Lord of the Rings, the Two Towers and Return of the King games are top tier and seriously underrated. Are those are for PS2, right? I don't have a backwards compatible PS3 that plays PS2. It's funny, not funny, but it was fucked up. Somebody broke into my house, and the only thing they stole was a BB gun, a PS2, and a couple other things. And somebody caught them, and the police made them give back everything but the damn PS2. I got my memory card back, which is cool, but I need to buy a new PS2. Maybe I should just buy one of those PS3s that plays PS1, 2, and 3 games. You know, HDMI and all that stuff. But that's neither here nor there. Thank you, Alpha Terranema. Chano Cyber9 Avila says they're 8 and 6. I left the whole story on Geeks and Gamers. Huh. I'll check that out then, because I just find it interesting how the people in power shoot for one thing. The thing they already once been achieved. Like, just shut up and make a goddamn movie. Like, that's all you got to do, Hollywood. Just shut up and make a goddamn movie. Anita Sarkeesian and the Mundane Matt thing. Oh, yeah. Okay, I did hear about that. I don't know. You want me to do a shill video on Jenny Nicholson? I don't know if she's necessarily a shill, but I know she doesn't like us. She made a private video talking shit about us, and one of our female fans who was a fan of hers sent it to us, and we got to watch it. And I just politely said, "Hey, Jenny, I disagree with your points about us. If you'd like to have a discussion on the channel, let me know." I heard nothing, but now she's on Screen Junkies or whatever, so that's her thing. You know, I don't try to impede on people doing their thing. Don't impede on me, but sometimes there's just such an egregious shill like John Campea or Kevin Smith. And notice the Kevin Smith one was a little lighthearted, but I did say what I had to say. John Campea, not so much, because the dude went full on crazy, man. Full on crazy. Yeah, Hernandez, I agree. The people who crap on fans deserve the videos. Chano Cyber 9 Avila says, let's think the fact that Chewbacca survived the Clone Wars, the Galactic Civil War, and now the First Order so far. If Chewie dies, drop a moon on him. Yep, just like, was it the New Jedi Order or whatever, where Anakin doesn't open the landing bay ramp or whatever, and then he dies, and Han's all upset and quiet. Like, ask Dion's wife. I explained to her how Chewbacca died with the moon ones, and it just makes her laugh. Next time she's on an episode, I'll bring that up to her, and she'll just start cracking up. She laughs till she cries. I don't know what it is about that damn story with Chewbacca being crushed by a moon, but it gets to her. It hits her hard. Basil says, Sophie and Felicity Jones, and now they want Felicity. Oh, so they had Felicity Jones, and now they want Felicity. Is that a meta casting reference? Felicity Jones was probably the most inoffensive of all the new Star Wars casting. She was meh, but she wasn't bad. Emilia Clarke was just meh too. They were there. Like, I think that's the nicest thing I can say about a lot of these people. They were there. That's it. What if the last two movies was just Hans Coma and Carbonite, and episode 9 starts off in Jabba's palace? Oh shit. And then it veers off into something else. That'd be kind of cool. I would take back a lot of my stuff. While I say this without any anger, guys, but I'm not going to do any reporting on mundane matter, get into that, because that takes this channel into another direction that it's not. As of now, this channel is a lot of fun, and it will always remain fun. We'll talk about entertainment and stuff like that. We can get vicious talking about celebrities and public figures. I don't want to get into politics, personal politics, stuff like that. Now, I'm not going to police the comments section, and if conversations and stuff come up, fine. If it's organic, cool. I'm not really here to control you guys. I'm just letting you know I won't be doing any kind of like internet drama unless it's related to entertainment stuff. So if like the Chris Hardwick thing, I could have covered that, but I don't like Chris Hardwick, so it's really not in my best interest to cover that because I wouldn't be, I guess objective is the right word to say. So like I said, I won't be looking into mundane matter, anybody like that. Now, if people like that reach out, want to come on the channel to talk about entertainment and we get into a discussion, and it's organic, that's how it's going to happen. But I just want to put it out there because I'm seeing some of the stuff in the chats. Like, I'm not going to target anybody or read any screen names. I'm not trying to make it a thing to make anybody feel embarrassed or bothered. I just say that in a calm way that we're sticking with entertainment for everyone's enjoyment. I mean, trust me, if I was another channel like that, I don't think it would be as fun of as a community as it is right now. I mean, we just talk about good and bad movies. Everyone wins that way. So I just want to put that out there. If you're the person that said it in the comments, don't feel bad. Don't be embarrassed or click off or even apologize to me. I want to get that out there that, that's where we're going. Let's see. Buddy Lee channel. Reviews for you channel uncovered ruin lifting 32 pages of a word-for-word fan fiction a la fanfiction.net that ends up being a good chunk of the movie. Well, the Buddy Lee channel, damn it, now I gotta look into this. See, there are things that I say, hey, I'm not gonna cover, and then there are shit like this where it's like, now I gotta cover. So let me write down Ryan J. fanfic theft. I keep little bits of paper and pencils all over me because I'm at a desk proper. That's one of the nice things about channel growth. You can get desks and shit like that and make it like a real setup. I don't have the Jeremy setup. I have like a old school office setup. I got comic books and wrestling figures on this desk and old K-Cups now. That's neither here nor there, but I will look into that thing. I will, I always got stuff to make videos on, but if I find like, you know what, it'll be good? I'll look up this fan fiction shit after we watch The Last Jedi tomorrow because it'll be fresher in my mind, and that way I won't have to go back and watch as much of the movie, if you know what I mean. Yeah, Mutale, yeah, Jeff Hicks for president of Lucasfilm. I accept the nomination. Whoever retracted their message, either way, thank you. I appreciate that. The super chat is just an empty super chat. Am I okay, folks? It is now 9:34, so I'm a few minutes late. But now it's the Ask Me Anything section. So just tag me, super chat me, whatever you got to do to get me to answer all your questions. Gladly, we'll talk about anything. So let's see how this goes. If I get some weird questions, maybe I'll change that statement and we'll get rid of the segment. But as of now, in the words of Weezer, be cool. What I talked to indie science fiction authors, because I talked to guys like EVS and DNC. Yeah. We do. Now, this isn't a cheap plug, so don't take it that way. We do offer a lot. Like you see the videos, we have advertising on there. I try to keep a lot of times authors and stuff reach out to me because for the low price, they can reach all these people. I know one of the authors was very happy. He constantly renews his thing because of the reach his thing or his ads get. Like, he's very lucky that Aaron Clary guy, he's the only author on the 1 million viewed video. I mean, you can't, for the price he paid, how can you get in front of 1 million people? That's pretty awesome. He's pretty lucky. But I could talk to science fiction authors and stuff, if they want to come on and talk about either how they could fix Star Wars or stuff like that or do things like that. Yeah, that'd be cool. I'm opposed to talking to anybody. It's not about insulating myself from smaller YouTubers or stuff like that. It just, the EVS thing, I knew him as a comic book artist, so to get on a video with him was incredible. And then Diversity in Comics gave me a shout out, God, almost 2 years ago now, or a year and a half ago, which really kind of started us in the right direction because that one person mentioned us, and then we went up like 500 subscribers, and then we started getting up to the Star Wars months because we went from like 2,000 to like 6,000 or 7,000 maybe before Star Wars, so we were starting to become a thing. And then that was all because of Diversity in Comics. And Star Wars came out, and now we're close to 100,000, and now you guys are all here, and you're getting us closer all the time. So I will talk to indie guys and stuff like that. If we have a topic, everyone's welcome here on the channel. Let's see. Yeah, Hernandez, there's not going to be any internet drama. Even the people that talk shit about us on Twitter, I don't make videos about it. I don't care. They can just go bitch in their echo chamber. I'm worried about you guys. As long as I got you guys here, I don't give a shit about the negative Nancy's over on Twitter. It's not worth my time. It's not worth any of it. So let's see. Here we go. Logan Michael, how many toys do you have? Well, Logan Michael, how many breaths have you taken in your entire life? Because if you can't count that, I can't count how many toys I have. I'm being honest. I'm not trying to be sarcastic. Just in this office alone, I probably got 200 or 300 pieces I can look at. I mean, there's like 50 versions of The Rock right here I'm pointing to that you can't see. I got Crash dummies. I got 30 Spider-Man figures, 10 or 15 Batmans, Chip Hazard, the Green Goblin, all these different Luke Skywalker's, more Rock, Superman, Bartman, Mankind, Ash and Pikachu, all kinds of shit in this. So I honestly, Logan Michael, I'd love to give you a number. Let's say conservatively 2,000 different pieces, maybe more. I was an only child. My mom bought me a lot of shit, and we haven't thrown out a single toy ever in my life. So there is the best answer I could give you guys. Have I ever considered making art again professionally? Yeah, I'm going to make a comic, and I'm going to tell you guys all about it, and we're going to do an Indiegogo like Ethan. It's going to be that Harrison Ford story I talk about, and if that's really successful and I can, move further in life, I'll keep making it. If everyone that was a subscriber bought a comic book from me, that would be huge, and I would keep making comic books until it just made no sense financially. So yeah, I'm always down for making art. I still would love to draw. I just don't have the time. How many hands do I have? Thankfully, I have both of them. Can I borrow $10? If you can find where I am, I'll give you a tenner. No problem. Just for you, though, Blasted Heath. Nobody else. Chano Cyber 9 Avila. I'm going to try and get the equipment to join you on a live stream to talk to you. If you'd like, just need to know what to buy and what to do. Well, Chano Cyber 9 Avila, you are welcome on the channel at any time. All you need is an internet connection and a decent mic. Even, you could call in on a phone if you didn't have a lot of background noise. We can make something happen. You know how to contact me. We'll get you on a hangout with everybody. I mean, you are you love the channel and stuff like that. So I couldn't deny it. All you got to have is an internet connection and a microphone, and that's about it. My early setup only cost me about $40, and you can listen to the quality that has increased over the years, but still, you can get a cheap setup, and do what you got to do. J. Michael Straczynski's run on Spider-Man was okay. There are some things I really liked and some things I didn't like, but overall, it was fine. It was better than what came after it, if that makes sense. Tanae, all right, my boyfriend wants to know how you manage do this for a living. No disrespect, we love everything you do to death. Well, there's people like you guys, and there's the YouTube stuff like that. So yeah, I can do it as a living. It's been a good it's been a good year, put it like that. I just constantly put out videos and stuff like that, and all the views add up. So that's how I do it full time. I just spend all my time doing it, and I don't spend a lot of money. I buy some stuff here and there, but trying to get out of this house and move, because nobody wants to live in this neighborhood type of situation. So that's how I do it full time. You notice all I do, you guys hear from me almost every day. And when I don't go live, I'm making other videos. So that's how I do it tonight. Just full time, full commitment. And that's how you just save up and do shit. Would I like to build a snowman? No. Okay, bye. Would I ever have Stephanie Janicek, or is it Janicek? I know who she is. Yeah, she can come on the High Council. A toy tour of my house. I just need to get a better house, honestly, before I do a tour of anything. I could do a toy. A lot of the good stuff is still back in Rubbermaid's in another room, so it would take forever to dig that shit out. When I move, I'll do a toy tour, because I'll be able to put toys in every room in the damn house and still have a lot. Oh, Midnight Cherry TV. Bret Hart versus Stone Cold at WrestleMania 13, or Dudley Boys, ENC, and Hardys at WrestleMania 17. I'm going to go with Bret Hart, Stone Cold, because it actually makes me like both of those wrestlers. TLC 2 I saw live on TV. It was fucking insane. But, man, that Bret Hart Stone Cold match, the double turn, is one of the all-time greats. One of the all-time greats. Truman Groves, type F for room tour. Please, let's see all those toys. Truman Groves, I did a stream about 2 or 3 weeks ago where I brought down a lot of stuff. So that was a lot of fun. And if I do another one of those, we can make that happen. We can, if you guys want to watch, if you guys just say you want more of that shit, I can do more stuff on camera. I bought a webcam to show more stuff, so I could actually point it in different directions and do cooler things. So yeah, I do like pineapple on my pizza. How big is my family? Depends. It's just my mom and I. My dad died. They had no other kids. But then, the extended part of the family is big, because my grandma had 7 kids, and let's see, 4 are now living, and most of them had kids. So I have a lot of cousins, and those cousins have kids and stuff like that. So yeah, I have a big family. Christmas is like 40 or 50 people. It's pretty large. Let's see. Mechanical Warfare, cool name. How many beers does it take to make the Last Jedi plot sound good and not trash? Well, I've drank a 24-pack of Bud Light and didn't get drunk for Super Bowl 2011, so it's going to need a lot more than that. Now, if you give me a bunch of higher alcohol content beers, like 2 6-packs of Voodoo Ranger, anything sounds good to me. Just saying. No, professionals like EVS aren't the only people allowed in conversational streams. Here's the thing. The reason EVS and I got together is because I said I liked him as an artist big time. And then when I reached out, he said yes instantly. And then, the High Council came together. So it's not really about keeping people out. It's just, if you guys got like a channel and stuff, and even if you had some of the people that have been on the channel the show don't have huge followings. So, we're not gatekeeping or anything. People just, we can make stuff happen. I have a lot of hangouts here on the channel with people, so join our Facebook page. Be in constant contact with me, because I follow that stuff a lot, and we can make we can get more group things together. Maybe I'll get some people on here in the morning. That can be a better way. Maybe we could do some interviews. Maybe in August or September, I'll do an interview series, and I'll pick people that have smaller channels, or people that are writers, or this, that, and the other. that want to come and talk to us. Like if you work at Kroger, you can come on and talk, but I don't know. Like I don't want to talk about the price of strawberries. I'm just saying. My accent is from Ohio. I'm from Ohio, so that's where my accent comes from. I'm kind of congested right now too, so maybe that's how I sound funny. Logan Michael, best Terminator figure. Logan Michael, I only own an original T800 from T2, so I guess I have to say that. But of the ones I don't own, would be a Hot Toys T2 Arnold. That's the best one. I love the realistic sculpt, and Hot Toys, dude. Yes, my favorite Spider-Man film is Spider-Man 2. You know me quite well, Craig. Rosewood or Taggart? They're a package deal, dude. You got to do Rosewood and Taggart together, like Riggs and Murtaugh, Crockett and Tubbs. They go together, like bacon and eggs, peanut butter and jelly, all those other silly comparisons that are just, salt and pepper. Well, there's Spinderella with her, but, never mind. Claw Stork, here we go. Good morning. How's that Megazord? I'd love to hang out with you. There's this arcade bar in Houston that seems legit. No, nobody's been banned M4 6 whatever, but no, I don't ban anybody. There's one person that's blocked from our fucking channel, and he knows who he is, and it's not you. So, Claw Stork, though, back to your question. That Megazord is excellent. I'm looking at it now. It's in its box because, like I said, I'm trying to save up and move. Like that is my number one goal right now. Get the hell out of where I live. Mom's cool. She's gonna come with me, but this neighborhood, we have crazy hillbillies. Random people get drunk and wreck their cars into parked cars in the middle of the day. There was a time where I was recording a video and some guy crashed into a fucking pole and then tried to run away, and somebody caught him, and it's just stupid. Okay, this neighborhood shit. But to answer your point, the Megazord's in its box until I move because I want to display it in a nicer, dust-free environment. But I pulled it out, looked at it for a minute. I watched a couple of videos. It's the tits. It's the best Power Ranger toy ever. So thank you, Claw Stork, for asking me about that. Now, the bar in Houston, if I'm ever in Texas and I want to have a good time, I'm going to call you, and we'll try to find Logan Michael. I definitely will hang out. I love barcades. They're a lot of fun. I know the guys on the channel went to one, what was it, WrestleMania 32, so that would have been Dallas. Yeah, Dallas Cowboy Stadium that they went to, but I was too tired and drunk to go, so I laid on the floor and watched Skyfall on TNT or something. But no, you got it, dude. If I'm ever in Houston, I will announce that, and we'll get together and go to that bar and have more drinks than you can possibly handle. Let's see. What educational programs did I like as a kid? Reading Rainbow. I loved that show. Magic School Bus was good too. Sesame Street earlier than that. Mr. Rogers, I guess, if that's educational. My first job after college, I was doing art for years, and then the YouTube thing took off. So, that's what I was doing. Stevie Sparks, don't worry who Mundane Matt is. He's a YouTuber. He does his own thing. How big is my house? Currently, not very big. But I don't live in a shack or anything like that. I mean, it's not like I live in abject poverty. Just, it sucks. There's so many other things about that I don't like. I have not seen Alex Jones explain the Star Wars prequels. Somebody sent it. Wow, $20 super chat. Renz, here's $20. Thank you, Renz. I appreciate that. That was very generous of you. You don't have a question, but I'll tell you thanks 2 more times. Thank you, and thank you again. Let's see. Chano, Cyber Knight Avila, Punisher versus Red Hood. I'll go with Punisher. Punisher is one of my favorite characters. If you saw The Last Jedi in the 80s, let alone the 70s, y'all would be floored. Incorrect, Apollo Crater, because if we saw The Last Jedi in the 70s or the 80s, there would have been no Star Wars to see it in, so it would have made no sense in terms of context. So we would have just watched some shit and go, what is this story? That's the reason Star Wars works. Yeah, it's a spectacle, but it has a good story to go with it. And that's why it changed the world of cinema, not purely because of lightsabers and hyperdrives and Darth Vader. There was a good story that resonated with everyone. The Last Jedi has no story that resonates with no one. Midnight Cherry TV, you contact me when your channel goes up, and we'll do a Mystery Men commentary or whatever you want to do. How old was I when my dad died? 6 weeks old, so very, very young. I quit EVS. 3XL is too large. Okay, fair enough. Silicone Dave, good morning from New Orleans. Well, Silicone Dave, I wish you would have told me that back in April when we were all down in New Orleans. We could have went to lunch or something. But I picked up a shitload of those voodoo flavored chips from what's the name of that place? Zaps. Yeah, that shit's legit. I love it. Hey, isn't that Devon Graham with the greatest YouTube name that no one gets? What would I recommend as the best Spider-Man comic run to read? If you got the time, read the entire 1980s. Yeah, there's some bad stuff, but there's some really great stuff too. Specific runs. Here's a story arc to read: Kraven's Last Hunt. I think it's the best Spider-Man story arc ever, and I've read 90% of them, so I'll stick with that one. The stuff about Gwen Stacy's death is good. Don't listen to a lot of older guys. The 70s Spider-Man's kind of shitty. Like the run over from the 60s is good, but then you get to the Ross Andrew era and he fights just stupid villains and stupid shit happens. And it's a hard era to read for me personally. I think that's when the Hypno Hustler shows up in what Spectacular Spider-Man. Yeah, but the 1980s, if you can find a way to read the entire run of the 80s, it's good. The Hobgoblin Saga, was it Roger Stern? Or here, if you want a specific run, the David Michelini, basically read from Spider-Man 299 through like 350. I think that's a pretty solid run of issues too. Explosive Wookie Vacation. How old are you? Or it's just stopping by. And how are you? I'm doing well. Thank you for stopping by. Thanks for everyone. This has been one of our most consistently viewed ones. So thank you. Let's see. Meep, meep, cough, cough. Will Mama Jeff ever be on the channel? Sure. She's asked to be on stuff before. Like, hey, can I say hi to people? The thing is, she works weird hours. Well, she works early in the morning. So, like, she's at work now. And usually she comes home from work and she's like super burnt out and tired. So when I record at night, she's asleep, and when I record in the day, she's gone. But maybe we'll be on. I'll get her on and she'll say hey or something to everybody. Thank you, Lamp Shadius. We got a great group of people. That's why I'm always here consistently, because you guys are cool as shit. Like, it's just like everyone that watches this or in the videos and stuff like that, it's just a bunch of cool people that like what I have to talk about and are cool to talk to back. That's why there's not a lot of assholes on this channel. It's just we found the right blend of people from every walk of life. So we really do prove that Ryan Johnson, all these crazy people that say we're a hate mob, are full of shit. A Star Killer movie. Man, it would have been great had they done it before Disney bought Star Wars. That would have been cool. Have I ever had impure thoughts about Miss Elizabeth? Well, Macho, if you can choke me from the grave, you better start choking, because maybe. Let's see. Did I ever watch the TV show Bean? You, Mr. Bean. Yeah, I used to watch that on Saturday nights on PBS. Barbara Streisand told me that Cyberfrog is a dangerous cult. Well, you should always listen to Barbara's. Since you're hitting up the gym hardcore, hit me up for fitness advice or plans. Happy to help, Jeff. American Trent 421, thank you. By the way, Trent, I thought that we may be out two bullshitters this week, and I was actually getting ready to contact you to ask you if you were going to be our fifth fill-in man, since you know the show so well. So I don't know your schedule, but if I'll give you plenty of heads up on a Thursday night, we may need you. I don't have anything lined up yet, but down the road we may need you. So just know that in the back of my mind, I'm thinking of you. What did I miss? Says the Ginger Hitman. You missed a great show, but the beauty of this is it'll be archived on YouTube right after we end the transmission, and you can go back and check it out. But we talked about Kevin Smith's stupid fan theory about Han Solo coming back from the grave. Chano Cyber 9 Avila says, for the record, before The Last Jedi, I showed my niece and nephew episodes 1, 3, Rogue One, 4, 5, 6, and The Force Awakens. Their father is a rancher and my cousin is a lawyer. Fun uncle. So, again, it just goes to show you that people of multiple races, different walks of life, can like what was already there. The thing is, they're making Star Wars smaller and smaller. The entry point to Star Wars is getting harder to find and jump onto. Like, if a little boy watches The Force or The Last Jedi, what is he going to, like, be attracted to? Like, if that's the first Star Wars movie. The spaceship battle's too short to instill any kind of, like, excitement. And then the hero gets talked down. You like the cool guy characters. You know, Han was the cool guy. Luke became the cool guy type of thing. it's getting hard for me to like even see their point of view anymore. Not as like they're not that they're people type of thing, but the fact is like why like how can you consider this a good idea, Ryan Johnson, outside of just trolling people and being a dick about it? It's there we go. I do not have any Shaun of the Dead Funko Pops. The only Funko Pops I had were given to me as a gift from my mom, and you don't really throw those away. So I got Bonded in The Rock. If I were to interview Kathleen Kennedy or Ryan Johnson, how long would you prep for it? Who might you talk to prep for it? I would take a couple of weeks. Like if I was told right now, let's say, for example, they said, hey, in January that you can interview Kathleen Kennedy and Ryan Johnson, I would start preparing then. And man, I would be as smooth as shit, but I'd also have a contingency plan for if they try to pull some garbage on me. So I would spend a lot of time because when I had to give speeches and stuff in college, I got A's on them all because I took my time and did it right. I was, very meticulous. So that's what I do. Let's see. Who else? WCB 2020. Hey, we'll still be around in 2020. According to our social blade, we'll have like 2 million subscribers in 2020 or some shit like that. So cool, bring it on. Cesario Japan says, I'm not cool. You're cool to me. That's what matters. Yeah, United against SJWs. I know a lot of people didn't hit the like button, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. I mean, as long as you're here, that's what matters to me. Let's see. Chano Cyber 9 Avila says, Ahsoka Tano versus Galen Merrick, Star Killer. I'll go with Ahsoka. I like Ahsoka. She's cool. That was a good character, especially when she walked away at the end. As you get bigger, make sure you and EVS know the slow mode for chat. People think before using chat, easier to keep with higher quality and no flooding. Yeah, I got a pretty good flow on the how to follow the chat and stuff, but I'll definitely, because more people watch all the time, I think I already have like a delay on it. I could do even further if I have it. No, My Turtle Diaries, you're not late. Solo's not coming back. Kevin Smith had an idea that he could come back based on the Force or time travel because he's high and bored, and then Esquire picked it up as an article. So I posted it here so we could have that discussion. Let's see. When am I going to have the call-in feature? I did think about that yesterday. I definitely need to get that phone. I'll go to, was it Cricket or Metro PCS or something, pick up a shitty burner phone, which I'll make the number public here, but the phone will be off every other minute of the day. So I'll have that. I got to figure out a good way for people to call in. Maybe I'll just hold up the phone to the speaker when you guys talk, and then I'll answer your questions. I didn't notice it on slow recently when they were 1,200 on the High Council. Now 2.3. I haven't paid attention. Look, when I don't host the High Council, I don't really deal with the chat because that's the responsibility of the person hosting it for that week. So, yeah, the 1 week was a clusterfuck, but I think once I picked it back up the next week, we've kind of followed suit and we've had a really great thing. Let's see. Good to see you too, Sketch Therapy. I don't care if they resurrect Carrie Fisher and call me and I'll say, and then I apologize. Yeah, the shit they said, you don't say that to a customer or a fan or just somebody that you have respect for. Like, if Ryan Johnson, if you saw him on the street, say, do you respect me? You go, I don't know you. I'll say, well, you clearly know me enough to call me X, Y, and Z, and then he'll just walk away. But, he can't handle that type of shit. He needs to shut the fuck up. That was for Ryan Johnson. How about Discord? Nick is working on that. Nick had to go home for some family stuff, but Nick's working on that. So, yes, we have Discord coming. I'll definitely tell Ethan about that, Lampshadius. By the way, the High Council as well as the Star Wars watch party for The Last Jedi will be here on World Class Bullshitters. So, Friday the 13th, tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for that here on the channel. And then High Council Tuesday, 9 p.m. World Class Bullshitters. Look into Google Voice. Okay, let me write that down. Okay. Party Om Civi, there you are. Awaken, my masters. Finally caught one of these. Yeah, Party Om Civi, I've been wondering where you are, man. I saw you on the High Councils and stuff like that. I guess you're a a late night listener, and that's fine. A lot of people listen at night and the day. The morning show is my corner of the market. It's an excuse to get up, drink coffee and cocoa, and talk about entertainment. So I'm happy about that. Pete, it would be cool if you actually got more subscribers than most of the crappy mainstream channels like Collider. We've grown so much that it's happening. Like, seriously, it's not like we gain like 10 or 15 subscribers a day type of thing. Lots of people have found this channel, and lots of people subscribed and have stuck around the entire time. So there will be a day when World Class Bullshitters is bigger than Collider, and we'll just, there's one thing I wanted to clarify that Jeremy said on the High Council the other night that said about, oh, we'll control the narrative. We won't really control the narrative. We'll just talk about the entertainment the way it's being talked about. I don't like the idea of controlling the narrative, because then you become them. You become the Colliders and the Hollywood Reporters of the world and shit like that. You want to just let it be a natural, organic flow. Any idea for a guest I want to bring on the High Council? I'm going to try to see if Pat from Please Rewind's available. I'll message him today, and I'll put a feeler out to Mauler. I originally had Razor Fist locked down, but like I said yesterday, I haven't heard back, so he must have got sidetracked. But it's cool. You're picking up 2 bottles of Lead Slinger's whiskey for the party. Oh, Darth Platypus. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Party Down Civ, you must be on the West Coast then. Okay. Yeah, everything I do is PM Eastern Standard Time, or Eastern Standard Time, because I'm in Ohio, so we're still on Eastern Standard here. Let's see. You missed me on the Bat Cave. You mean you missed me because you missed the episode, or you missed me being there? Either way, yeah, what was that? The Deplorable Bat Cave. I was on there a couple weeks ago. And then I got interviewed from a website. I'm waiting to see the link from that. But the guy was really awesome who interviewed me. A lot of fun. I can't wait to let you guys read that article and find his website. Zaire, the best way to share videos with me would be on our Facebook page, so I can check them out that way. A lot easier. Let's see. The Super Smash Brothers candidate. Sorry, I'm late. That's okay, guys. I am going to get ready to go in a minute because I have Ant-Man tickets for 45 minutes from now. And maybe, just maybe, I'm going to see if I can get a Chick-fil-A sandwich to sneak into the theater, because that sounds kind of delicious. I only ate, so like Trent knows, I'm real serious about my health right now. Well, not right now. For the last couple of years, I've been real serious about it. So I ate this fucking Bob's Red Mill gluten-free oatmeal, and it tasted like paste. So I'm kind of wanting something before I go to this movie and then go to the gym this afternoon. Chano Cyber9 Avila says, young Luke and old Luke should have talked like Xavier did in Days of Future Past if they're going for the time travel. That'd be fucking cool. That would be neat. That like a post Return of the Jedi Luke type of thing would be kind of cool. But I don't think that Disney has it in them. I don't think that they're smart enough for that. So, see, that's one thing I love and hate about doing this channel. You guys have these ideas that are so awesome, but they'll never happen. So then I get upset because it's like, oh man, that'd be so cool. But then it can't happen. So that's a cool concept. I'm definitely into that one. Games for Funds. Razorfist has always responded back to me. He's a cool dude. Like, I just, this one time, it's no big deal. Like I said, I'll tell him next time I'm hosting, he can always come back. So, yeah, Razorfist and I always got great. What if you don't have a Facebook account? You got Twitter. You can tweet us a video. If not, email us, worldclassbs@mail.com, thebestmail.com, and I'll find it that way. But those are the 3 ways to contact me on World Class Bullshitters. What is my favorite toy of all time? Asks Ed Perello. For nostalgia purposes, my House of Pain rock from the year 2000, because it was the first rock and accurate ring gear. I really enjoy the shit out of the Michael Keaton Hot Toys Batman. Maybe Batman the Animated Series, Combat Belt Batman. Those are the ones I actually love. Grant Smith Base. I have a bottle of Dan Aykroyd's Crystal Head vodka. I haven't opened it up yet. Maybe I'll do it for a special occasion. Hey, Star Wars celebration. Maybe I'll bring it there. Logan Michael, when's the next stream? Also have a good one. Logan Michael, the next stream is tonight at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. World Class Bullshitters episode 131. The gang is all back. We're going to be talking about Ant-Man, entertainment, RoboCop from Africa, all that kind of shit. So you do not want to miss that one. Tonight's going to be an awesome episode of World Class Bullshitters. I'll be back again tomorrow with Good Morning Pop Culture, because I always am, Tuesday through Friday every day or those days of the week. Can't wait to come back. Love this highlight. Honestly, it is the highlight of my day because after this, I don't really say much for a couple hours, and I go to the gym now. I don't talk to anybody there. And then I'll come back and work tonight, and that's going to be awesome. But still, I love Good Morning Pop Culture. Let's, you know, for as many people have watched it now, I want to like triple these numbers by the end of the year. And then I want to quadruple that number and so on and so forth. Like Good Morning Pop Culture will definitely be one of the big pillars of this channel. So the next stream, though, is tonight, World Class Bullshitters, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then tomorrow morning, and then another one, Star Wars: The Last Jedi Watch Party at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with Ethan, with Jeremy, with Ivan Ortega, with myself. Maybe a special guest. I don't know. But yeah, that's going to be happening too. And I want a lot of people to watch that one. So Logan Michael, I will have a good one. Make sure you have a better one. So folks, I'll be back in just a few short hours, and I got to go see Ant-Man in 41 minutes. So thank you for everyone who watched the show. Thanks to everyone who sent in a super chat, sent in a question. It looks like this Ask Jeff Anything for the final 30 minutes was a huge success. So the first hour and change will be that, and then we'll close out the show with this. So thank you guys, and catch you next time.